Dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to the Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey podcast, episode 211 in the home studio of Studio L. Chris, how are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Hey, mine goes to 11. You remember that? Remember that?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, mine goes to 11. But here we are, 211, and, we just keep cranking out the interviews here.
Well, as long as we have bourbon and whiskey, we're going to keep going.
You just did a bottle kill. What'd you kill? Whoa, what is that? Is that a cat?
I don't know.
What is going on there? Our guest is not podcast savvy, apparently.
Wow, he's got something going on.
I'm a little disappointed right now. What do you got? What do you got in front of you, Chris, that you just killed?
I'm Rod and Hammer's rye whiskey, black label. The black label.
Well, I noticed you dug that out of the closet. That was not out earlier.
No, that was the hidden store.
Very nice, very nice.
This bottle shall die tonight.
Okay, all right. Well, there you go. So the Rod and Hammer's rye whiskey.
It's drinking super good. So
that is super good. That is by far my favorite Rod and Hammer's, hands down.
Hell yeah.
It's a 90 proof, so it's not like crazy hot, but
actually it says 80 on the bottle.
Oh, 80. Oh, it's 80. Okay. I was looking at this one over here. The bourbon's 90.
51 might need 50. You might be ready for glasses.
I think I am. I'm pretty much have relinquished to that.
How many fingers am I holding up?
12, 14, 1, or
7.
Okay. Perfect.
All right,
officer. Hey, so let's introduce our guest.
Do we have
That's
to?
Very noisy in the background. Former number one off-road podcast here on Wheeling Wine and Whiskey. None other than Mike Austin from Mike and Mike's podcast. How you doing, Mike?
Awesome, dude. What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to the Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey podcast, brought to you by Keep It Simple Offroad and Rod and Hammers, apparently. They finally dropped the old elk. I'm just kidding. Come on.
Keep
kids,
it simple off-road. I love
Holy
it.
Shit.
What are you? You just came off a wheel-in and you're liquored up for the evening. We're recording on a Saturday evening. Look at you go.
Yeah, man. I wanted to bring the heat so I could get hammered with Fireball, youngin.
No, you're not. Stop it. No, you're not.
Here, come on. I thought we
This one's
taught
for
you
you,
better.
Jason. Hold on, this one's for you.
Oh, fuck. Are you 12 again?
That's some good shit, bro.
I thought we taught you better, youngin.
Right.
This is going to be great. I knew this was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be this good right out of the gate.
We
Here
gotta tell
are.
Ultra 4 Jones, put those kids to bed, boy.
We're 2 minutes in and we're already off the rails.
Put the
The
kids to
king
bed.
is back. I'm just kidding.
Yes, that's awesome. Well, welcome back to podcasting. How long has it been since you retired? You guys made $1 million and got out. You were smart. 10
months.
10 months. It's been 10 months.
10 months.
Wow.
That's so ridiculous.
And how are you doing living off the retirement of podcasting there? Is that the good life?
It's awesome. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I still bring in about 11 cents a month. It's excellent. I got demonetized on YouTube.
Demonetized.
So you
have to pay them to keep your old videos up?
True story. If you don't fucking do stuff with YouTube, they demonetize you.
Really?
So,
and then they send you a fucking bill and say, hey, you owe us money now.
Jesus
No, they
Christ.
sent me a letter and said, you got 30 days to put a video up with 40,000 views or you're done.
Wow.
That's all. Don't threaten me,
harsh.
bro. Hold my beer.
It's getting cutthroat out there now.
That's
Jeez.
Watch me do nothing.
Hold my beer and watch me do nothing.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So you guys are into Toyotas, right? I'm on the right podcast.
Yeah, this is it. This is the Toyota bashing podcast is what we call this. Yeah.
Nice.
We like our Suzukis though. We're Suzuki fans, but we're not Toyota fans.
Oh yeah.
That's a Samurai Jane.
Yeah. Well, they're no longer samurais. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the podcast here.
I have not.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, that's all right. We appreciate your honesty, Dick. But anyways,
Joe Rogan said the same thing when I talked with him last
that's
week.
right. See, exactly.
He was like, "How do you not listen to my show?"
Yeah,
bro?
right, bro.
I shit to do.
So they sold not one, but both of their Samurais and bought a Jesse Haynes goat-built buggy, rock buggy, and it's pretty fucking badass. Yeah, you might want to listen to that episode. It was a good one.
Are they going?
Episode 209.
Good job, Chris.
Yeah,
good job.
He's on it. Lorenzo is on it. He's turned the right hoof now, man. He's really a contributor to the podcast now.
He's mostly sober.
Mostly
Is he?
sober. Yeah.
I was sober too, actually, till today.
So when you stopped podcasting, did you go through like withdrawal or DTs or anything?
Yeah. Did you like bring a microphone to bed and like start talking into the mic and like?
Yeah. No. Actually, no. I packed that shit up and tucked it in the corner and never looked back.
Really?
Yeah.
You just went cold turkey.
Yeah, we ended it, and then what's funny is we didn't tell anybody till the last 3 minutes of that show,
Right?
And we were like, oh yeah, by the way, this is the last show.
Yeah.
And then we never brought it up again. So I still feel really bad when people text me now and they're like, bro, I love the show. We're totally binging it. And I'm like, oh, awesome. Thanks for listening. Knowing that they're going to be all disappointed.
Yeah. So they don't even know. They don't even know that the show died 10 months ago.
Fuck,
yeah.
Man. Yeah. I heard that and I actually shed a small tear. I'm like, wow.
No.
It was bound to happen. I mean, it was good. You can't, Max sold the Liberty and then stopped wheeling. So I'm going to blame everything on that cat. But
I got a co-host that doesn't wheel too, so
yeah, but he still does all the technical shit.
He
still
does.
does work.
He does.
And I drink.
The podcast wouldn't happen if it wasn't for Chris. That's the truth of this whole thing. But
right.
I'm just a
and
talking
then you have,
head.
Like you said, you guys did things. You have the wheeling and the wine and whiskey, which we didn't have. We had the wheeling, and then only one of us was wheeling, and then none of us was wheeling. And then it was just like talk a bunch of shit. So that's it. And the cat was my squeaky door when I went to get another beer.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My beer fridge is in the Jeep.
Oh, wow. You might want to throw a little WD-40 on that bad boy.
No, this way I can hear an intruder.
Oh, well, that's true. That's a good point.
Well, that's
that's
a castle state, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you been in a campsite? Everybody's dying. They're getting ready to go to bed, and some guy has a squeaky lid on his cooler.
Yeah, you know what? That distinctive. Yeah, and it's like, hey, throw me one, bro. Yeah,
that's right. You wake up, hey, I'm gonna need one.
Yeah, I need one of those.
You want another beer?
Night run.
Sounds good.
Right. That's right. Night run. Oh, shit. I hate those words, bro.
It's so bad. So bad. I love it and I hate it at the same time, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how deep into the bottle.
That's right. No. Yeah.
I saw a badass like reels or something with your buggy, and it says something like I think it's like, oh, here I am right here, and then it has you blasting up that sand dune when your buggy's all blue.
Oh yeah, I just posted that video. Yeah, it was the Family Feud. And it's like if your wife decides to leave you on Friday night, what do you do Saturday morning?
That's right.
And it's like,
yeah,
we're going wheeling.
Said by a man that's not married.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, bro. Good job.
Thank you. I got a lot of good comments on that one.
Right.
As my grandkid would say, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
That's right.
So do you miss the podcasting scene at all, or like you got all this free time now? Yeah.
I definitely don't have free time, but yeah, I do. Actually, I miss it in like spurts here and there. You know what I mean? But I don't really miss like not doing it. Like today on the trail, I only took like 2 or 3 pictures. You got to actually just hang out and enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like
you live in the moment. Yeah,
it's awesome. So yes and no, but I've taken like a whole kind of hiatus on everything. And it's just because I started a new job, and that job required a bunch of certificates that I had to get. So it's been pretty much just work and studying and all that crap and nonsense, for a long time. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then the motorcycle. I've been riding the shit out of the motorcycle. So.
Oh yeah. That's good. Wind therapy, as my friend calls that, with his Harley.
Perfect,
dude. You know what it is it doesn't cost anything. It doesn't break. It just puts smiles on you.
It does, right?
There's no stress. You're 100% in it when you're on it. You can't think of anything.
Can't think of anything else. You got to focus on. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
no.
And I will like a couple. My buddy Mark 4x4 from out there in California, and then Rad Migo. They both got bikes, so it's like. It's all about bikes. So then we got to ride with them. We're like doing motorcycle stuff with my Jeep friends. You know what I mean? Like it's cool.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So it's good stuff. But
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
we're good.
that's good. I get it. It's tough. I mean, putting out a episode every week and carving out that time, and I don't have a family to worry about, but Chris got family, job, all that stuff, and it's hard to coordinate some weeks and get her done. But we've been doing it.
Well, that's the beauty of technology. I mean, the stuff that's available to us now to make it happen, whether we're actually sitting in the same room together like we are today, or a couple of weeks ago we had to record remotely. Jason was when he was with the episode with Rhonda and James. I mean, I wasn't in the same room
last weekend.
So I mean, the technology is certainly allows it, and it's been around, whether it's Zoom or Skype or now the technology we use with Riverside. But I mean, and then of course the tools that we use to blend it all together to make it sound like we're all in the same room.
This is good. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. This is good. Like I hate Zoom. I can't stand it. Even at work, we use it, and it bugs the piss out of me. But like this is good. This actually isn't bad. You guys sound great.
Oh, good. Okay, well, good. It's only taken us 4 years.
Only $1 million in equipment later.
I'm glad you stepped up. Bro.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So let's get into how's the Jeep? I know you got this badass wheelies, and we've never technically wheeled together.
We tried.
Yeah,
we've tried a few times, but
if the gods praise, if they stick with me and everything goes good, there's a wheeling trip through the Rubicon coming up.
What?
I don't remember if it's October or September, and it's actually with a bunch of Montero guys that I wheeled with out here. Yeah, dude, they're badass. You ought to see these guys. And one of them's putting 40s on, and I don't know if he'll have that rig by then, but they're super cool dudes, really cool guys.
All right.
I wheeled with him up in Payson with a guy named Simon. He's got that Toyota with the black and orange. It's all orange and black and checkered hood.
Okay.
And he led a lot of trails out at Trail Hero last year, and the guy's all over the place. But so Payson's got a ton of trails. They're with HCR, High Country Rough Riders or something like that. And but those trails are going to be closed, so they've kept them all secret. And now he's opening slowly to all the other people to try to get more people out there to try to keep them open. So he's doing this whole entire thing he calls Summer Series, and so like he'll post on it and you get up, and basically he's kind of like, are you cool? Are you not cool? You know what I mean? And you be cool and everything's cool, and you stay on the list and you get invited to other ones. You know what I mean? So
I got it.
So, but he's starting to show all the trails in Payson. So I met those guys up there on one of those trails.
Okay.
And there was a little Sammy buggy. This chick named Erica, and her boyfriend or husband or something drives. I think he builds it and she drives it or something like that. They were out at Trail Hero too, and they're really good group of people. So I don't know. I know the Montero guys reached out, and then he bought something. Oh, he bought my old tires. That's what he bought. Oh. And then so anyway, they're planning a trip to the Rubicon, and I'm trying to go with that group, but I don't know if I can make it or not.
All right. Well, keep us surprised. And then, Trail Hero, I got to see you last year, but we didn't wheel together.
Yeah, that was just for a minute. We were busy fixing the War and Recovery crew.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
They lost a tire, and then we helped them fix it, So
yeah,
shit, good Sand Hollow is like right in your backyard, pretty much. What is that, like a 4-hour drive or a 3-hour drive?
No, it's like 7. It's the same as Moab, 7 or 8. But
really?
I like Sand Hollow way better. Like, holy cow.
Yeah.
That place was awesome.
It is so freaking cool.
My wheeling definitely leveled up there for sure.
Oh yeah. You gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself out there, man. There is a lot of danger, Will Robinson, man. There's some really cool freaking wheeling out there.
Yeah, it was great. So
have you done anything to the Jeep, or you just been wheeling the shit out of it?
Just wheeling, put it on 40s, and that's it.
40s.
Yeah, 40 nittos, and it's
the tire.
It's good, dude. Is it? It's that's a dope ass tire. It does have its flaws though. It blows I want to say it blows chunks. Freaking chunks come off of that tire. We cut one today, but
did you really?
Yeah, not mine. This orange Chris, but Chris Gilpin. Anyway, he cut. Yeah, we put I think 11 plugs in the sidewall to get him up the obstacle. Yeah, but he was changing the tire, and I was like, you should just shove plugs in that until you get out of the trail. And he's like, why is that? And he's like, I got a brand new one. I go, well, you know, you can go 5 feet and cut another one.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me
Just
tell you
cut
about a
that-
product called Glue Tread.
Yeah, Glue Tread. Have you tried Glue Tread?
Is that the one where Tyler stabbed his tire?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that. Is that good? Does it
Dude,
work?
Yeah.
it fucking vulcanizes. I mean, it's legit.
From the outside.
Yeah, from the outside.
Huh.
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
it works really well, and it's really not expensive, and it's a
cheap
no-brainer.
insurance. So you don't need to carry a spare anymore. Moreflate.com. MORRFLATE.com.
Oh, look at Chris working the sponsors in here.
Yeah,
I like this.
I did. Yeah, I like it too. I did see Tyler stab his tire, but then I kind of lost it after
Did you?
that. So,
It was a good. That was a good YouTube video, because they were just gonna stab 2, and then they got to Buck Island. And they're like, we're gonna stab the other 2. We're gonna do all 4. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, and was real life shit. You know, it wasn't some. Oh, well, we're just gonna kind of put this tire on and make it look like this, and then put this tire on.
Yeah.
No, it was legit. Stab the tire, patch it, and go through the Rubicon.
And
he's-
not baby them. I mean,
Yeah.
they tortured the shit
Yeah.
out of those.
Yeah,
things.
there was the one. It was on the Soup Bowl, where you know you're on your sidewall and he's just sitting there with the tire going round and round, just scraping on this patch, and I'm like, dude, this thing's gonna get peeled off, and it didn't, and that's cool. So,
Yeah, that is
anywho,
cool.
yeah. So let's talk about some of the activities that you've been on. I guess unless you got something before Go Devil, do you want to talk about anything else before that?
No, all that is. I got to keep all that quiet.
And okay, all right.
Just
all
kidding.
right. No, that's on the Hush Hush tour. That's why you quit your podcast. You were letting too many secrets out. I get
I
it.
took a job with the government as an assassin.
Mhm.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I can tell you more, but then I have to kill you. Hey, we're gonna need a
Exactly.
moment of silence to in reverence to the dead bottle of Rod and Hammer
Oh yeah, we just.
rye whiskey.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
All right, ready?
We did it. Here we go.
Goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye.
All right, there we go. Awkward silence.
I chugged a Fireball for it.
Are you
so there
really?
you go.
Are you really fucking drinking Fireball?
Yeah, I'm a man, bro.
No. You are a she, him, her, fucking binary. Non-binary is what we're gonna call you now. Son of a gun.
Well, this podcast just broke down
It-
and
it-
went to shit.
It really
Just kidding.
did.
No, it's a. Ooh, nice.
Thank you.
I was wondering if you're gonna add some stuff.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
some stuff here, but that's
right.
that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I thought only Tyler drank Fireball, and he doesn't even drink Fireball anymore after he
Oh,
threw it up
you
around
left,
the
you
campfire
left it all up at Meadow Lake.
Oh. Yeah.
behind the bear box.
Yeah. Yeah, that could happen. That happens. Like I don't drink Jose Cuervo anymore.
Oh,
No, that Jose Cuervo is like that is
High
a
school.
common denominator for high schoolers. Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
everybody's gotten
Thanks.
sick off of Cuervo, and if you don't admit getting sick off of Cuervo, you're lying.
It's schnapps
Ex-
for me.
XJs and Cuervo.
Yeah, XJs and Cuervos. Hey, that'd be a good club. You should start that up.
Dude, I'll tell you what. You know what? There was this dope ass kid. I don't know if he listens to this or not, and I don't remember his
I'm pretty
Fucking
sure he
name.
does. We've got 100 million followers.
Dusty Cola or something like that. I don't fucking remember. Anyways, that kid, I'll tell you what, young ass kid, and he texted me a long time ago or DM me or whatever. He goes, yo man, I'm gonna be in Arizona, dude. You interested in wheeling? I listen to your podcast. I totally love to wheel with you. And I was like, yeah. You know, I hear that all the time. I'll be there. Blah blah blah. Whatever. You know.
Yeah.
You hear it a bunch. So
Yeah.
so he's like, no, I'll be there for the summer. He builds like skateboard parks or something, right?
Oh wow.
So he showed up. He texted me. He goes, I'm in fucking Phoenix for probably a month. You want to hit up the trails? And I was like, you know what? And he drove his XJ just to go out, like from Minnesota, dude.
Oh wow.
Shitbox.
Yeah, and it was clapped out, bro. But but he did, dude. He came all the way out, and I was like, you know what? I like your attitude, kid. Like that guy is so cool. So we just did like the Terminators and stuff like that. I think it was on 31s or 33s. And then I think he had a locker in the rear and the front locker was broke. Something like that. I don't know.
Okay. Nice.
Dude,
So
he
classic
wheeled the,
shit.
XJ things.
he wheeled the shit out of it, dude. We had a friggin' blast, man. Like I absolutely love anybody that drives their crap like that and takes it all the way to the hill. And then he stayed out here. We never got to hook back up because stupid ass time constraints and stuff. But I think he's back in Minnesota now. But I'll tell you what, that kid was dope. And like, I don't know where I was going with any of this story other than that kid's cool.
Well,
And he
the
drove out
Fireball.
here
We were
from
talking about
Minnesota.
Fireball.
Oh, well, we didn't. What the hell? We didn't really drink. I don't know what it is. To be honest with you, I don't know.
God, so I'm glad to see that your ADD is still alive and well. That's fucking awesome. That is
It's not
awesome.
going anywhere. It has only gotten worse, man. If you saw, that's why I won't do video, bro. Like you guys want to do video, but I'll tell you what, the chaos that is going on in my home right now is off the charts.
Dude, we
Really?
did SEMA with you, man, and we went down to Fremont Street, and that was enough for me right there. I mean,
Yes. Hey, speaking of that, are you guys going this year?
I was thinking about it.
Me too. I got a pre-approval. I don't have to justify it.
Okay.
So I'm probably one of the guys I work with. He's dying to go, so I think we're gonna go.
Yeah, Wheeling Wine and Whiskey has been absent way too long.
Well,
from SEMA.
COVID, and then it was like, a light, soft start. So yeah, we'll get back into it. But
Yeah.
so let's hear about this Go Devil run, and what the fuck is the Go Devil for our listeners that don't know, because it's not that stripper that you dated in Las Vegas, Chris.
There's no strippers.
what was?
All we know, Chris, is when she showed up, you were yelling, "Go, devil, go, go!" And you're trying to push this chick out the hotel. I don't know if your wife listens to this or whatnot, but
She doesn't.
I remember.
She doesn't even know we do a podcast.
I was there.
You were there.
Yeah, I remember you just dumbfounded on Fremont, but
Well, we're gonna see if Christopher Walken
That was
checks in
good.
and gives his report on the whole thing.
Hey, you
too.
remember? You know what? One of the things I remember from that SEMA Las Vegas trip with you guys was they had the tip jar that said just the tip, like you
Just
guys
the
used to
tip.
do on your
yeah, with the
podcast.
girls.
Yeah,
That lasted like 3
It
times.
did.
Or
It
4
was-
times.
It was like, oh, I'm like, this is a huge get right here. Let's see if they
Dude,
can
I thought
keep
it was-
this going.
I thought I was breaking the ice. I was like setting new bars.
Yeah,
right
you
there.
were. You were breaking boundaries. You were breaking
Yes,
the boundaries
breaking
down.
boundaries. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Just
talking-
the tip.
Talking about how make it
Hello.
comfortable for ladies.
We had that whole sexual like music in the background.
Uh-huh.
That was good.
Very
Barry
I,
well.
do,
White.
I guess
yeah.
I do miss this damn podcast.
See?
You know what? I used to be able to just talk all my nonsense and get it off. Now I hold it all in.
Mhm.
So I guess your listeners are going to get an ear
Well,
bleeding.
this is it. This is your avenue right now.
Well,
to
we'll
just-
have you on annually. How
You can-
about that?
yeah.
Not anally.
Whoa.
You want
Okay.
anal? What?
No, stop it.
Oh,
Stop
is
it.
that what he said though? All right, who was that? I know it was a little button, but was that what's
That's
the character?
Super Troopers. Remember
Oh.
Super Troopers at the beginning? The best 15-minute opener of any
Oh my
movie
God.
ever. 10-minute opener,
They just
whatever it
finished
was.
chugging a bunch of maple syrup.
No, that was after that.
Oh, that was
but,
that after that?
Yeah, no, it was. You've seen Super Troopers, haven't you?
I
Broken
have,
Lizard
yeah.
Productions, yeah.
Yeah, we quoted that shit today when I was like, "Give me a liter of cola."
Yeah, liter of cola.
Yeah, does that look like spit?
Yeah,
it does.
it is.
So,
It is. They spit on it.
Freaking
Oh.
out, man.
pull over. We're already pulled over. We can't pull over any further.
Pull over more, man.
Well, that's it. That's exactly where that's from.
Yeah. All right, good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, back on track.
Okay,
All
back
right,
on
what is
track.
the Go Devil run?
The Go Devil. So, what is a Go Devil, first of all, and then talk about how this run started.
Okay, the Go Devil run is the principle of it is basic. It's pretty simple. It was a brainchild from Ian Liljeblad, right?
Who has Big Willie?
Big Willie, yeah.
Yep. A lot of people know about Big Willie, the big ass
Yeah.
2.5
2.5 scale.
2.5 scale Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flamethrower antennas.
Yeah.
The whole
Yes.
shebang.
It's
we
a
almost
head
caught the
turner.
whole neighborhood. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is dope.
That's the one.
Guy's goofing on him for SEMA, and he's doing the crab walk through the tunnel. But
Yeah,
it got like
that's
9 million views.
so fucking cool.
So,
Yeah.
yes, and Big Willie. So that's Ian, and then he's the guy's like, I'd almost put like a world class fabricator. The
Right.
dude is off the freaking charts, right? His skill level is, but he's so humble about it, dude. Like, you know what I mean? He likes super basic stuff. So he put on this thing, and it's called the Go Devil Run, and the premise behind it is you want to be able to take a picture and not be able and turn it black and white and not distinguish if it's from 1940 to 1950 or now, right? That's
Right.
the ultimate goal. So it was set with some rules. You have to have clearly the Go Devil engine, which is a L134 flathead, made like 34 horsepower or something like that. The Jeep Willys.
Yeah, we're talking about Willys Jeeps here with this particular Go Devil engine.
Correct. It has to be like a 2A, but like his really good friend Travis Bunch has a 3A. So I think the 3A's got to pass because of Travis. So so basically a bone stock, 1940s Willys flat fender Jeep.
Okay.
And it has to have like a certain size tire, but they ran back then. You have to dress the part in 1940s, 1950s clad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he keeps saying he's trying to he wants you to dig into the roots of where Jeep came from, what made them what they were. And it was to honor all these military guys that came back out of the war, bought these Jeeps, turned them into their own little rides, and then went out and wheeled them. Right.
Okay.
That's the goal of everything. So you have to dress the part. The Jeep has to be era specific, has to have a Go Devil engine, and that's it. And this was the 4th year of it running. And I've been to all 4. Not once has it ever have all the rules been 100% adhered to, right?
Right.
So like the first year was pretty loose because he thought like 4 or 5 Jeeps would show up, and like I think we had 40 or something like that show up.
Oh,
And they came from everywhere, dude. They come from Florida, California, Utah. They're freaking from everywhere.
Wow.
They're guys from everywhere, like South Carolina, like everywhere. And then, and then you get the rules a little bit tighter. Got to have a tires like 30 inches and a half, no bigger than that. No wheel spacers, no disc brakes, no blah, 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 no anything fancy. It has to be hidden. You know what I mean? The goal of all that, you got to dress the part. That has always been the rule, but it's hands down my absolute most favorite run I've ever been on. And if I could only have one Jeep ever, I would have a stock flat fender.
Really?
So yeah, I would get rid of everything in a heartbeat if I could only have one and keep a stock flat fender. So me and my buddy Drew did the first one. And then the 2 years prior, he couldn't make it, but I borrowed his Jeep. So last year I borrowed it. I overheated it. I blew a tire out on it. I did a bunch of shit to it. It didn't work. I took it back home, got my big Jeep, and hauled ass back up there. This year, I talked to Drew, and he said, "Yeah, let me check into it. What are the dates?" And then I never heard from him again.
Oh, no.
So I was like, "All right, maybe I gave him his Jeep back a little fucked up." So, but I would have fixed it. You know what I mean? But it took kind of a small beating. But it's they're. It's called like beer stops and vapor locks for a reason. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing is nonstop maintenance, but they're so simple. You should be able to fix everything with just like a basic set of tools.
Spark and gas. That's all you need.
Yeah. And for the first 3 years, it was up at Crown King. We did this big 260-mile loop. And this year we went, some other guys took it over. Mike Dora and all the guys from like Willys Works. So the guys from Santan, there's a whole Santan group of these guys.
Okay.
They took over the routing and the planning and all that stuff. So they went out and they put us up in Young. They found a place in Young, and they found us a staging area at a bar called Antlers. What a freaking awesome town! Like
Antlers.
What an awesome, literally
a bar named Antlers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. And it has like, of course, antlers out front. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So it's super cool little town, real like backwoods area, little town up on the rim. And it was excellent. So there was a couple of, so anyway, you could bring your trailer up there. Guys were bringing campers, all kinds of things. That was where we were supposed to drop the trailers, was at that little bar. And then camp was 5.5 or 5.6 miles. What we were told was actually like almost 6.9 or something like that.
Okay.
Camp was off in the way, but you're supposed to unload there. Well, and then of course, and then from there we made that a base station, and we went out and did day trips. Right.
Yeah.
So up to this point, it's the campfire. If you've seen any of my videos about it, the campfire is one of my favorite places. Everybody's talking. It's the loudest fucking campfire you could possibly imagine. I've never, ever heard a campfire as loud as this. Everybody's having a good time. Every year. So he put a cap on it, like 30 Jeeps is it. Every year it maxes out. Like, I think this year there was a registration because they always try to donate money to whoever we're going to. Like last year we gave it to the fire department in Crown King.
Okay.
This year we donated a little bit to Antlers. And Dora and all them, they went up and found all these badass routes, right? And it's basically just a gigantic old school party, like from the 50s, legit 50s. It's such a good time. And then but this time there was some controversy in here. There was a little bit of problems. One, the camp was really close to the bar. 5 miles isn't nothing, right?
Right.
So a lot of guys stayed at the camp. They're at the camp, campers and the trailers and all that. So our camps actually got split. So the campfires weren't as great. Don't get me wrong. I went to the tent. I'll give it to like Vernon Trent, right? Vernon Trent, and there's a handful of guys, but I know those two. So like they had this Class A motorhome, Taj Mahal thing there.
Sure.
And they manned up, left the Taj Mahal, and went tenting. And they that first night was like 29 degrees.
Ooh.
Dude, it was so fucking cold. Trent was all like freezing his ass up, but they stuck it out. Real true
Off-roaders, yeah.
Yeah. But Ian stayed in his fucking motorhome. And like that kind of set it was weird. Kind of set the pace a little bit. But don't get me wrong. I'm going to give you the drama because there was definitely drama with this whole season, right? And I haven't been able to talk about it. I think that I may get down to Santan with the group that was there, the same group we did the big one on, and I may actually put out a podcast of my own that with some other guys that were on the trail.
Okay.
Right? Like a little grouping, just so you guys know too. So you'll hear some other stories and other things like that because my buddy Andy is the fucking funniest dude I ever met. Like I love that guy. Like, so he's the one I was walking around with the fake dick and all that crap from the previous years.
Oh boy.
It gets off the charts. This I'm telling you, this is like a party like no others. You know what I mean? Like, it's not sophisticated. It's super down and dirty. And
sure.
But it's amazing. So anyway, the campfire was half. It's cut in half. You know what I mean? Half the guys stayed at the campers.
Okay, I get it.
So once that kind of happened, if I felt like this is all 100% my opinion only. I never even spoke up on Facebook or anything like that because there was a bunch of drama afterwards on Facebook.
Sure.
And we've never once had drama. Like this has always been the best thing ever on earth, and everybody goes to it and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like everybody wants to come. So I'll tell you what though. Like so at any rate, we get out there, and once half the group stayed at the campers, it was like, well, fuck the rules. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, just kind of everything went out the window. Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because a lot of the people, I would say well over half of the people we're there for each other. You know what I mean? The camaraderie, the party, the blah, blah, blah. And
Sure.
It's because it's excellent. It's such a good time. And it's almost like I can't even describe how it is. Like it's just nonstop conversations everywhere. Everywhere you turn, there's blah, 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 there's people talking. And ironically, this year, because I haven't done shit for like 10 months, I literally had nothing. I had nothing to talk about. So I'm just standing around, and I finally got to just lay back and watch everybody. You know what I mean? I had nothing, and everybody's like, "You seem off. You seem this." And I was thinking to myself the whole time, I just haven't done anything. Like I've totally done nothing. So I got literally nothing to say. Yeah, and it was a good time. What's crazy though is I had stopped drinking for like 3 months prior to that, and I brought 2 30-packs of Coors Light and 2 12-packs of Coors Heavy.
Oh,
and in
4
days, and that was gone. We were buying more beer, and that was just me drinking it. Like it was nuts, dude. And yeah, it's a good time. You start in the morning and kind of go the whole day. It's such a good freaking time. So like we would basically take off on a trail. We had Mike Dora had a trail mapped out. Take off on the trail. Go out all day, come back, hit up Antlers for dinner, and then party at the bar, and then split off to our camps, and then party at the camps. So I don't know why it is, but I always blow my load the very first night. I come in, rip roaring, ready to go.
Come in hot.
Hell yeah, bro. Wednesday night. So Wednesday night is kind of like a travel day. There's no real trail. You show up, everybody gets to camp, sets their camp up. You're not really supposed to be partying that night, but we obviously went to bed around 2 or 3 in the morning, just fucking annihilated. And then you wake up the next morning, you're a little you're a little hungover, a little calm. So it's usually like the first three was like, the first day was try to get to camp, Crown King, 26 miles, whatever. It's a chore to get up there with these old Jeeps. And then it becomes like fuck off Friday. And then, you know what I mean? It's like hard trail day, goof off day, hard day. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So anyway, we went to this trail called Hagler's Creek, big ass, like 30-foot waterfall, couple tiers on it, little cave behind it, water everywhere, friggin' amazing trail through the pine trees, up over all kinds of stuff. Like that was awesome. There's this one little section that had, it was a little tiny river, dude. But because we've had tons of rain, like a lot of runoff, like all of our shit has been flooded and flowing like crazy.
Yeah, welcome to the winter of 2023.
Yeah,
23.
Exactly. It's nuts. It was nuts here. So, guys, it's funny because everybody names their Jeeps, and like there's this guy named Art by Josh that paints all the.
That is a cool IG page. He does some killer stuff.
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
So there's this one Jeep called Dumbass, which fits perfectly. So I forget that dude's name, but he was super cool, man. So we're headed back to Hagler's Creek, and it's a little tiny river, dude. Like you're driving a river, there's a little down tree, and you got to go around the tree. Well, he goes around the tree, and instead of going like up high on the right, he just kind of bangs the left, and it is a flat out 4-foot drop off hole. Phew, sinks the whole Jeep. If you type in Go Devil 2023 or whatever, you'll see the picture of it, and the water is the same height as the bed of the Jeep.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, his feet are buried in water. Everything's underwater. The whole thing. So,
whoops.
Yeah. So he dies right there. A bunch of people stayed back, fixed him. We take off, like everybody gets to Hagler's Creek, watches the waterfall, like it's all fantastic, everything's good. We come back, he's still working on it, change the distributor, the starter, the wiring, like they carry everything. Ryan Miller legitimately carries fucking everything on his Jeep. I actually wrote a poem about it. Did you ever hear the poem?
Nope.
I can't believe you actually write poetry.
I want it, yeah.
Dude, I never wrote poems in my life.
Poetry by Mike Austin.
You want to
hear
it?
Like Deep Thoughts by
we absolutely want to hear it.
Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy. Yeah, let's hear it.
So I think Ryan Miller had made a poem first on Facebook, and then it inspired me to write a poem. And I'd never wrote a poem before, so this is my first one. So cut some slack about it.
Well, and you drink Fireball, so this is all coming together right now.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
So I'm trying to find it, and then so hey man, if you're gonna go full GDR, you gotta go. You gotta do
it. You gotta do it.
Ready? All right.
Okay.
All right. So I'll try to read it. This is stupid. Okay, ready? Here it goes. Okay. 'Twas GDR 1, 2, or maybe 3. I don't remember because I just had to get up and go pee. When off in the distance, I hear banging and chatter. I wandered over to see what's the matter. I see a Willys hanging from a toe, tools a banging from down below. Parts were flying out from underneath. Some were even missing their teeth. The crowd was telling tall stories of a bottomless pit. I laughed, oh man, these guys are so full of shit. A cache of parts in the middle of these pines, so plentiful it would blow all your minds. Many years of experience standing in that crowd, tips and tricks were being shouted aloud. Do this and we need that, all in perfection like a fine-fitting hat. Let me get back to telling this tale. A head gasket was needed and axle shafts as well. Miller pulled his seat back and reached down by the tranny. Parts were packed in every nook and cranny. He handed me the parts from every single inch. I thought to myself, well, son of a bitch. Take a look, take these back. Take these back, Miller said, without delay. That's how I remember him saving the day. A bottomless pit, it was indeed. Find you a Miller if you're ever in need. However this story is told, I guarantee it will never get old. That was just a small sample of GDR. I'll see you fuckers at the bar. Right? So
yeah, that is fucking awesome.
The crowd loves it.
Fueled by Fireball. By Fireball. That is amazing.
The crazy thing about it,
the cache, I think that was a key word in that. That
yes,
was good. That was good. You got some 50-point Scrabble words in there. That's good.
The crazy thing about it is that is 100% true, and there is pictures to verify it all over the internet of axle shafts coming out, fingers with busted teeth coming out. It's hanging from Superior from Cole Alford, Superior Willys. His fucking tow truck up there, that's a Willys, had the thing in the air. And literally, it was that morning I woke up to take a piss. That entire story is 100% true.
So,
I think he's still talking an iambic pentameter.
It's an iambic pentameter. That's what a poem is.
What in the hell?
Well, no.
Right.
So yeah, Chris is well read.
Now I gotta think. Now I gotta look at what iambic is. See if he's dogging on me or.
Yeah, no, it's a compliment. Take it as a compliment.
Thank you, sir.
So did you recite this around the campfire one night, or
no? I put it on the Facebook page, but I should have read it one day on the campfire.
You need to. Well, next year you can recite that.
Dude, that was from year 3. Look it up. Look up, go double run, and you'll see everything I just said is 100% true. Change the head gasket, change ring gears, change axle shafts, and fucking Miller had them in his Jeep.
Wow.
All of them. All brand new and packed. And nothing was above the rails of the Jeep, bro. Like, it's not.
Everything was tucked in somewhere.
Well, so I don't know if anybody, I'm sure your listeners know Ryan Miller. He's the Ultra 4 co-pilot of Bailey Campbell.
Right. Yep. Right. The Campbell camp. Yes.
Exactly. So like, at any rate, that fucking guy, I have never seen anybody pack as tight as that guy can pack. It is, and he carries everything, dude.
Wow.
And everything is
like
nuts
Tetris.
and bolts. Dude, he's got little pockets of nuts and bolts, 7/16, 3/4, 3, whatever it is, everything. Washers, do you need 5? You need like grade 8 or do you need grade 5? It doesn't matter. We have
we have a couple of friends like that on the trail. We call them Walmart because it's like, what do you need? Oh, I need XYZ. Oh, go talk to James because that's Walmart. He's got.
They can rebuild their Bronco on the trail.
Yeah, I used to carry a ton of stuff in my Jeep, and I've slimmed it down. But I got quite the cache in there.
You still have quite the nut and bolt collection.
Yes, I do have the nut and bolt collection.
And they're all categorized and itemized and bagged and labeled and tagged.
You gotta know where your shit is.
You know what's funny is I keep every hole in my Jeep I fill with a nut and bolt.
Yeah.
And so if you need like a 7/16, they're all over the windshield. You just got to go take one off. Like they don't do anything. They just fill holes in the Jeep, dude.
The only nut in my Jeep's in the driver's seat.
Yeah, there's that there. I know you don't listen to our podcast, so you didn't hear this joke. What does a robot do after sex?
I have no idea.
He nuts and bolts.
That's funny. That's pretty good, dude.
Okay, there you go.
It took a second.
It did.
It was a little slower.
Yeah, it's a little joke grenade.
Well,
it's a fireball.
It's a fireball.
The fireball is a little slow on it. But that is impressive poem. I like that. You should write Hallmark cards or something.
Man of hidden talents.
No, I think it's like a one-shot Johnny.
It was
a one-hit wonder.
One pump chump.
Because these guys are like, hey man, that's a really good poem. You write a lot of poems. I was like, no, that's a first and last.
You're like,
so yeah. But my point of all of that, the guy that got drunk or got sunk, Miller. It was funny. Miller gave him a starter, a distributor, spark plugs, I think wires. He had all that shit with him. They rebuilt the carb. I think he might even have got a new WO Carter carburetor.
No shit.
I think all of that. And then what's really funny is they get him up and running, and Miller goes to start his Jeep and it won't start. And he needs a starter that he just gave away. So they push start him, and then he just freaking bombs out of there after that. Right? So it's funny because there's a video out there too where I'm riding in this guy, Clint. I forget his last name currently, but he's got old 6-quart. It's a red.
Oh yeah, badass rig.
I'm riding with him. Miller and Brian Croft are hotter on our tail, dude. They're like, so I call them the Ultra 134.
Ultra 134, yeah.
Bro, they got overdrives and they got the supersonic heads. They're hauling ass with their 60 horsepower, and they're freaking flying. Anyway, they're coming barreling down on us, and Clint, old 6-quart, is hauling ass. We hit a bump. And you hear me go, no, and we just fucking launch off of this hill, bro. Like this, there's no seat belts. There's nothing to hang on to. You're only half your ass is in the seat. That's it. Everything else is like just right out there. You know what I mean? Like, so wheelies are awesome and scary as fuck at the same time. Anyway, the point of all that is those guys haul ass.
Well, that's it. And they've got no fear, because I see those guys, you see these videos, not only from the Go Devil run, but going out to Moab and stuff. And they got like no roll cage and going up some insane shit.
Dude.
And you
Dude,
see,
that's crazy.
you've seen some of these guys roll, and I don't know. There was a couple videos that came out last year on IG that I was like, holy fuck, that guy just died, and then it just like rolled perfectly, and he was able to like
Just
crouch
walked away
inside,
from
and then
it.
he's like, yeah, what the fuck?
That was the tan one that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Going up the ledges. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know that guy. But absolutely, we saw it, and he just like steps out and runs away.
Yeah.
So Sean Smith, who's a complete lunatic, also has like a Jimmy's off-road car, and he's raced a couple races. He's in his little flat fender that he has. Basically, the flat fender body is on a Rocher. So it's got a diesel engine, Dana 44s, and all that crap in it. He's at Chocolate Thunder at Trail Hero. Is it Trail Hero? No.
Chocolate Thunder is at King of the Hammers.
At King of the Hammers, yes. He's at King of the Hammers this year. He's going down Chocolate Thunder.
Yep.
It's a little half ledge, no roll bar, and he drops off the ledge and rolls it. And he lays his hand out. And dude, it's on his pages. Everything is broken.
Yeah, everything's broken ink. Yeah.
And it is wicked, dude. How he didn't break his arm or get anything bad. And what's crazy is he has a roll bar that folds down, and it's on his Jeep. It folds down. And I heard the story that like all the guys from the Go Devil run were there, and they run up to him, and his head is like laying on a rock. The Jeep is like a half inch above his head, and he's wedged underneath it.
That's dude.
The only thing that saved him was the steering column. Bro.
Yes, right.
And he was like, yeah, I really pushed it that far. You know what I mean? Like that. It
even made him, think twice about it.
Well, I've seen dudes with flat fender, those flat fenders with no roll bars at Hollister here doing some funky shit, and I'm just like, whoa.
Right.
I mean, that's not Corral Hollow or Sand Hollow or Moab, but or King of the Hammers, but shit, scary stuff.
You'd be shocked at how fast they go over. I was blown away. I didn't think they'd go over that fast because they're so freaking low center of gravity.
Right.
But I was talking with Eric Falar from Motive Gear or whatever, and he was on one, and he had flopped his, and he's telling the story, and I asked him, I said, what the hell is it like flapping a flat fender, dude? He's like flipping a pancake, bro.
Exactly.
I don't know how it happened, but it happens, man.
Exactly.
Go, what did you do? And he's like, I just walked off. I was like, oh shit. So, but that's you could totally picture that because they're super flat, and all of a sudden somehow it's on its lid, and it doesn't take long. In fact, we had these three guys that had bought a Jeep that was, I would say that thing was pretty much stock. Like it had no brakes, could barely run. He took these three big ass dudes from California. They had never been on. This was their first Go Devil run. And day 2 or 3, I don't remember. They all blend together. We're going up this big, long, sketchy, loose hill. And he takes off. He gets going up, and it stalls out at the top. And you're kind of like in a rut. So he stalls out, starts to roll back, and he doesn't really they don't have good brakes, right? So like he starts to back out. There's no brakes.
Yeah.
The guy, my buddy Andy, is in front of us, and I see him throw it in reverse to get the hell out of the way, right? He's trying to get, because he's got his wife in there with him, and he's like, I'm getting the fuck out. He's trying to back up in a hurry. And we look up, and they have 2 dudes in the front and 1 giant dude in the back. And they do have a roll cage, which is good. But he comes down, and the driver thought he would just saw a little bank. He thought he could just turn it left a little bit or turn it driver and stop it. It went over the hill, tipped way up at the top, got way light. Somehow it stops, and then everybody runs up. We got guys from Florida on there. There's probably 5 or 6 guys hanging off the side of that thing.
Okay.
And they trying to keep it from going over.
Oh shit.
Wow.
There's video again. This guy Dean Rambo, who last year took off without putting oil in it and blew his engine up on the way up.
Oh shit.
So he's trying to help out. He backs up, throws a rope on him, tries to get him off, and we got those kinetic ropes. He's beating the shit out of his Jeep trying to get this guy squared up and level. And he's just hammering it. And like you can't tell because of the video because everything looks flat. But if you take a look at the people way at the bottom of the hill, then he's at the top of this gigantic hill, dude. And it was like, I think that was the most sketchy moment on this trip was that moment. So it was really good. But dude, that would have been, because he had a roll bar, I think sometimes if you have like a flat top or sometimes I think it stops it, but a roll bar kind of keeps you going sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
It probably would have been like 4 rolls to the bottom. Like it would have been wicked.
Yeah.
But they survived. They got him to the top and rebuilt him. He ended up getting towed out. But
okay.
yeah. But it was freaking the shit that they take these things through is just astronomical.
Yeah.
But
Well,
so that's what yeah, go ahead.
Look at what the fucking military did to those things when they were testing them for World War II. I mean, come on, man.
There's this dude named Levi. I don't know who it was. So there was a set of whoops on one of the trails, and somebody tries to recreate that one that you see in black and white where everybody's bouncing.
Oh, bouncing, yeah.
Hold on.
This dude, I forget who the hell it is, but he is blasting across these whoops, dude. And it is exactly like that video, dude. Yeah, it's fucking funny. So some of the highlights of that trail or of this Hagler's Creek are just some of the trails. Let's see here. I forget. So there's a girl named Morgan, and super cool chick. She's also a Santan girl, and I don't know. I thought she's drove all of them, but she might be a new driver. I don't know. But her husband was off fishing, and he's like he's trying to catch some fish or whatever. And like there's that one section where the guy went in the drink. Once he went in the drink, it got super sketchy. Everybody's like, you got to hug that tree. You got to stay right. There's a fucking massive hole over there.
Right.
Nobody knows really where the hole starts. Right. All we know is that dude was underwater. And so Morgan jumps in, and it's funny because she's all pretty. She's got a red lipstick on. She's dressed in 1940s. She's got a little cow hat on or whatever.
Oh.
She's wearing suspenders or whatnot. And she gets in. It's there's a guy named Kevin. There's a lot of guys that I never met before on this trail right at this time.
Okay.
Kevin, I don't know who he is. The guy's like super cool dude, races like Ford GTs, all kinds of stuff. You know, like these that car that won the Ferrari. You know, that whole thing. Yeah, he's got a couple of those, and he races them. He super loves machines, like love mechanics, loves the basicness of all this stuff, right? And I think he was her coach. He might have been riding with her and trying to teach her how to drive. And he tells her, I don't know if it's on video, but you hear, just dump the clutch and then drive it or whatever. Right? She's sitting there. I think she's a bronc rider. You know what I mean? Like those Santan people are like real cow people.
Really?
And so she's sitting there. She dumps the clutch. You have to watch this video in slow motion. It's actually all over the internet. I'll post it on mine if nobody else does. I'm sure it's out there. But she dumps the clutch. Her fucking head snaps back. This thing takes off. Her Jeep is called Alamo. It takes off like a bat out of hell. And it's just boom. 1 second she's driving. The next second she's in the passenger seat. And you see her reaching for the fucking steering wheel, dude, trying to grab the steering wheel.
She went from the driver's seat to the passenger seat?
2 times, bro. She fucking does it. She's driving again, and then boom, the next bounce, she's back in the passenger seat. She's on the fucking steering wheel. She's going around the tree, like narrowly misses the giant hole and plows right into a fucking tree, stops, and then throws her arms in a V like she was in control the whole time. Right?
Awesome.
She's fucking, everybody was like, holy shit, dude. It was probably the most wild action of the entire weekend. You know what I mean? I think I've watched that fucking video like 100 times.
Oh, I need to see that video. I have not seen that one.
Post the links to
send that. Yeah, send that to us. I want to post that.
It's funny because she's pretending she's in control, but you can tell she was trying. Like at one point, and then I think it was Ryan Miller or Brian Crop. One of those guys is like, I'm fucking driving. I'm not driving. I'm fucking driving again. I'm not driving. Like dude, it was so
that
funny.
gnarly.
It was so freaking funny, dude. And if you just watch it at full speed, you have to watch it in slow motion to see how out of control it actually was, because everything on this is super scaled down. You know what I mean? Like, a fucking bump road, a little dirt road is hard.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's so fun, man. These things are so freaking fun. But
it's like going back to basics, right?
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is. Yeah. And what can you do with them? Like, and like Brian Crofts, he used to have a nice winch on the front of his. But he got rid of it and got this thing called like some sort of, it's not a Bellevue, but it's something. But basically, it's a giant pulley, and you have to like wrap a rope around it. Yeah, it's super fucking neat, dude. And a lot of those guys, yeah, exactly. And you wrap a rope on it, and one guy walks with the rope, and the rope pulls it, and it's his winch. But it's like this giant cone, like a pulley sort of thing. It's really it's crazy, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good freaking time. But so then, we go out on the run, get all hammered, go eat at Antlers. Guys at Antlers, super cool as hell.
Wash, rinse,
They had
repeat.
some. Yeah, exactly. And then there's a secondary bar, the original Antlers. I think it's the original Antlers, but it's like the town bar. We go down to that, and it's your basic, one bar row, fucking
Sure.
darts, one pool table, little dark ass bar. I think it has a 6.5 foot ceiling, super low. You know what I mean?
Does it have a
Right.
shuffleboard?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Yep,
Oh,
yep.
in the back?
Shuffleboard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, shuffleboard, darts. What else? So we go down there. Shannon Campbell's down there with his crew and Jess, his girlfriend or his fiance now.
Fiance
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Did you get an
fucking-
invite to the wedding?
No. No. That fucking dude is so party. That guy is full on party, right?
Oh, no doubt.
So he and I we end up playing darts, and we're playing doubles. I don't even know who was on my team, but he and I figured out you just got to throw the fucking dart as hard as you can. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if it sticks or not. It just fucking rings out the number.
Right.
So Shannon and I are back there zinging full speed like a baseball pitch these fucking darts. At the dart so trying to get to like 301 or some crazy
Right.
stupid shit. I think I ended up losing. I don't know. It was fucking funny, but yeah, he ended up being down there like a couple times, and he came out to the campfire one night, and those guys are pretty dope. Like, yeah, they're a good time, but that fucking guy, he talked about the coop.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, he's got that bed and breakfast thing he's building up there. He bites everybody up. What a fucking off the charts nice guy. His chick's super nice. I don't actually know the whole group that he was with, but it's his regular dudes. You know what I mean? I've
Yeah.
seen him a million times,
Oh, they
but
party like rock stars, man.
there's what's crazy? You know what blows my mind is Bailey Campbell is so tiny. That girl
Right.
She
has
is
to weigh
tiny.
like 60 pounds. And to sit there and go, she muscles that fucking Ultra 4 car around like
Yeah.
it's nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Like she's an animal behind it. And she's this little tiny petite little
She
girl.
is.
Well, not only does she drive it like an animal, but she freaking wrenches on that goddamn thing too. And she's a tiny, like you said, she's
Yeah.
tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
tiny.
she gets
like,
into it, man. She gets under that car or it crawls into the nooks and crannies. Yeah, no big deal.
there ain't a chance in hell that girl's over 100 pounds.
No.
There's no way, dude. Right?
Wet.
And yeah. Like I just was sitting there looking at I remember I was just sitting there and I was like, she's probably, if she hears this shit, she's gonna creep out. But she's super cool too. She's one of the nicest people I ever met. Her and Brian and those guys are fucking awesome. I love
Yeah.
them.
Well, we have interviewed
is-
Shannon, Wayland, and we haven't.
Yeah.
gotten-
No, haven't gotten
we have
Bailey yet.
Bailey.
You know,
or
ironically,
Brian.
I've never met Will Whalen actually.
Oh, Waylon's
yeah.
super cool.
He's a good guy.
The cool quick story there when we interviewed him at Prairie City, was that last year?
It was.
I mean, he's super humble kid, and he could be
Oh, yeah.
all that in a bag of chips attitude, coming out of that camp. And he was just a cool, just and a badass racer in his own right. And I was when he left, I was like, wow, he's just an average Joe that races a badass racer,
This race is a
with
badass
no
car.
attitude.
Nope.
Yeah. I could see that 100%, especially if they're anything like Shannon or Bailey. I never met more humble people ever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they don't ever bring that shit up. Ryan Miller, like it's funny because like I love the way like Ryan Miller's a wealth of knowledge. I never met anybody
Yeah,
like that. That guy
yeah.
knows fucking specs. He knows numbers. He knows part numbers, like all kinds of crap. And it's like, and you'd never even know that those guys raced Ultra 4 ever.
Right,
You'd never ever know. Brian's super humble. Like. Yeah, it's a fun. Speaking of Brian, actually, his dad is on there. He's got one of.
Yeah, he's got a Willys. Yeah.
He's probably got the nicest wheelies on the entire run,
Okay.
and he flopped. He went up a hill,
no.
stalled it, flipped over, and it came on the side. No, I'll tell you guys something off the air. I don't think because I don't know if
Yeah, okay.
I can't say that shit out, but
Yeah.
it's fucking hysterical.
Oh,
so when we
boy.
get off,
Okay.
remind me to tell you the story,
Okay,
and then
will do.
and whatever. Yeah, it's really good.
I was
But-
going to interject though, but with Shannon and Jess, the Shannon Campbell Unleashed page on IG is pretty phenomenal
Yes.
from
it's
many
really
different
phenomenal.
Well, dude,
aspects.
They're always naked. I
Well,
don't know
no.
why this chick are always naked.
Well, yeah, I mean they're loving life, man. But
yeah,
but
he seems happy as hell.
oh
so.
fuck yeah, he's living the American dream right now. And so, I mean,
living something.
yeah, but
I'll tell you what too. You know what's crazy about that? I don't. Like, okay, video doesn't do justice to hills or anything like that, right? And I'm gonna get my ass kicked for this. But his girlfriend Jess or whatever, is it fiance Jess?
yeah.
She's gorgeous in person.
Oh,
Like,
she is.
Oh yeah, no, we've met.
No,
Oh my God.
we
she doesn't look anything like what you see.
no,
on
we
the,
know
on the
we know her.
videos. Yeah, I'm blown away by that.
Yeah,
So,
no,
anyway,
it's
super. Also, super fucking nice lady.
exactly. Yeah, very cool. But what I was gonna say is, not only do you get the knowledge, the fabrication knowledge that he's throwing out on IG daily, of how to make these little parts, whatever he's building, that Jeep and everything. Super cool tips and tricks and techniques of fabrication. And then when Friday and Saturday night roll around, there's going to be some nudity and some drinking and stuff going on. But I mean, the guy, I don't know when he sleeps because, they get up at Dark Hunter and they're doing fucking yoga and working out and then they're fixing all these meals and then he's working on the rig and I'm like, dude, this guy's an inspiration. I mean,
Absolutely.
Anybody that started following Ultra 4 early on, King of the Hammers, and of course Shannon Campbell, dominated at the beginning. But I mean, the guy is fucking legit, right?
For
I mean,
sure.
he's just living this life that is fabrication and wheeling and having fun on Friday and Saturday night, and then hitting it again hard on Monday morning.
Rolls out of his bed down into his garage.
His shop
and
is like a
wrenches,
dream home, man.
Yeah.
A fucking barn dominiums. Are you kidding me? You're in your fucking bedroom with a glass window looking out into your shop on your shit.
And then your girlfriend decides to stand in it buck naked while you're working.
I mean,
Yeah,
seriously.
you kidding me?
How does it get better than that?
Dude, what's crazy about it is, so I got two stories about Shannon. Okay, a couple. Actually, I got a couple. So exactly what you're saying. But what's crazy about it, it's like Dale Earnhardt Sr. inviting you to his fucking pad to party, bro.
Right.
Like, hey, man, come out to the co-op. Or I call it a co-op, but it's called the Coop.
The
Not
Coop.
co-op.
The coup.
Yeah. Come out to the fucking Coop. We got a little bed and breakfast out there. We'll party. We'll have a good time. It's like, what? You're like the fucking top dog, bro. Like,
I know.
how the hell? You're the granddad of fucking off-road.
He's the godfather of off-road, yes.
The godfather, yes. So check this shit out. So way back when I first moved to Arizona, I moved here in 98. So it was either 99 or 2000, maybe 2001, but I don't think it's that late. I'm a judge at the Arizona Off-Road Rock Crawling Association, right? So I go down there to Florence, Arizona, and we're all doing. Shannon has Pinky, the long stretch flat fender, right? He's in there. He's got that Pinky thing. He's in the same camp that I'm in. They're fucking playing tag at midnight. He's a racer now, right? He's playing tag with a bunch of his buddies in fucking camp doing donuts and knocking each other over, bro. Like smashing into each other. They're trash. I was like, holy fuck, these guys are rowdy. They were like garage guys back then. You know what I mean? Like nobody's and nothing. So fast forward to say 2015 or something like that. No, 2015. I'm building my Willys. Shannon's the king or whatever. He's out in Glendale. He's got a shop and they're having a fucking garage sale, swap meet. He's getting rid of all these parts.
Gilbert.
So Gilbert. I tell my buddy Dave, we're heading over to Shannon's place. We're gonna check this out. I walk in. I come into the Shannon's place. My Willys isn't done yet. I'm in the middle of the build. I'm looking for like a radiator or shit like that. So I go in there, and Shannon's talking to Shannon, this old guy who ended up being his dad. I didn't know it was his dad at the time. They're all sitting in the fucking crowd. I walk in, or not a crowd, but a little group. It's like a nothing group, but they're all telling stories and talking, whatever, blah blah blah. Shannon's dad hands me a beer and tears his sandwich in half and hands it to me.
Oh,
I start eating half of this guy's sandwich. I'm drinking a beer, and I bring up Pinky, and he goes, "Check this shit out." So now I'm on this tour of the shop with his dad, and we're going through it. He's got a picture of Pinky when it was on leaf springs, and the guy's standing underneath it. And it's called like awesome articulation or some crazy thing. It was in the magazine, you know. And I was like, that's a fucking Jeep. So I'm sitting there with his dad eating his sandwich and drinking a fucking beer. And I was like, I never met more cool people in my entire life, dude. You know, so.
Well, people that you saw and read about in the magazines at that time because the social media thing was not there.
Right.
But those are people that you looked up to, right? And that's the cool thing when you meet, you know, I'm going to say icons or people, you know, that you look up to. and Down Rover. And then to actually meet them and see that they're genuine people, that's super cool.
Dude, and then on top of it, here it is, what, like 20 fucking years later.
Yeah.
I'm throwing darts as hard as I can.
Yeah, rifling darts.
Yeah, and he's got like no fucking clue, but I was just like,
No.
you have no idea, but you and me, buddy, we got a little history.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
cool. That's cool.
that was really cool. Like, yeah, those guys are fucking cool.
So
you know what I mean? It's
the Go Devil Run is bringing people back together.
Yeah, so it's a fucking okay. I don't know how long your podcasts go, bro.
Well, we're about to cut you off. Lorenzo's given the high hoof here, but no, just kidding.
No, we
No.
go
Don't
until
ever have-
We go until we run out of memory cards, so we're good.
Don't ever have 2 podcasts with me on the same day. I'm
Really?
just telling you.
Okay.
In the future, I don't know
Okay.
who you recorded first. I forget who you recorded. I don't even care.
No. Well, we were going to record with you, and then you pushed us off because your high celebrity status. You're like, yeah, bro, I'm out wheeling. You're going to have to wait, and so.
Hold on, wait. What's more important, bro? Wheeling or podcasting?
Well, it's definitely wheeling. I will give you that.
And you're making all the royalties off your past podcasts.
Yeah.
So what the hell?
Yeah.
I knew you knew. Yeah, that 11 cents comes in handy. when you
11
need it.
cents. 11
Yeah.
cents.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You know what sucks is my video of the flash flood. Where we got caught in the
yeah,
flash
that was
flood.
insane.
Every monsoon season, I get like $400. And now this year, that's not going to happen.
Really?
Yeah, because you have to. I'm just telling all these other new up and coming YouTubers, you have to stay active. You can't I had this
Wow.
giant glory goal to make a bunch of these like how-to videos and then never work again. But you can't do that. See, they
Really?
Well,
outsmarted you.
You need boobs.
Yeah,
Yes.
boobs help. You know,
It really does help. Actually.
it does.
So.
It does help in that.
All right,
that
let's stay
area,
on
but-
track, gentlemen.
Okay, wait. We got to stay. We're
Yeah.
talking about
The
wheeling.
Go
and
Devil
boobs.
Run, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about that. Yeah.
Amazing location, amazing group of people. It was funny because we were at Hagler's Creek. The guy that was in the drink, he was way back there, dude, like way back there. This dude Skip that I'm riding with, or not, I'm riding with Old Six Court, Clint. We get to the Hagler's Creek. The guy leading the trail is this dude named Skip. So we're all at the thing, blah blah blah. We're way the hell up there. Ryan looks at me and he goes, "Mike, you good to drive that Jeep?" And I was like, "Yeah, I drive a Jeep. Drive these wheels off fucking anything." That's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
So he says Skip walked all the way back with some parts, like a distributor, to that guy back there. But his Jeep was so buried at Hagler's Creek is like one lane. You know what I mean? You drive
Yeah.
up to it, and it's one lane. You got to. So he was the first guy in the line. So I turn around and I'm in this guy's Jeep. And everybody's like, "Where the fuck did you get a Jeep?" I was like, So there's so much shit that goes on in these things that it sparks one memory, sparks the next memory, sparks the next memory.
Sure.
So I'm riding with Old Six Court, circa 2000 last year, whatever.
Circa
the third
last year.
Yeah, the circa the third one. Okay, so Old Six Court, Clint says, "You should drive." I'm like, no, I don't want to drive. I'm drinking. He's like, "You should fucking drive." I was like, "All right, I'll drive." We're blasting up a shelf road, and then I'm in. Oh my god, that just sparked another memory. We're in the fucking. You might have to make 2 episodes. I'm
Okay.
sorry, dude. I haven't
That's
talked in
all right.
10 months, man. Cut
I
me
know
some
you
fucking
just
slack.
you're like all
Hey.
this pent up. It's like
I'm gonna send you the data and you can edit the fucking thing.
Yeah,
That's all.
I absolutely make it like the fucking SEMA podcast. Just
Yeah,
put it
there
out
you
in
go.
clips, bro.
that
No
was
editing.
awesome. The
Listen at your own
14
risk.
cameras
Yeah, that never went anywhere.
that never got seen
It was
light
it
of
was,
day,
it was a fucking
which is probably
lunacy.
fortunate.
It was lunacy, bro.
It was.
So
It
I
was so
still
good.
I still have the 9 dudes in Ultra Ford Jones camper
Do you
like
really?
on audio, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good one too.
that's lunacy.
Yeah.
So but at any rate, I'm riding in Clint's Jeep. We're on a shelf road. I grab a gear, blah blah blah. I go to hit the brakes. There's no brakes, and he tells me, "Hey, there's no brakes. There's no brakes." He's yelling at me. There's fucking no brakes, dude. So somehow I'm like, we survived that shelf road incident. We take off. So cut to this year, I'm driving this dude Skip's Jeep, and I drive by and he was like, "Where'd you get a Jeep?" I'm like, I jacked this Jeep, whatever. It was some bullshit story. So I get in it, right? So I get in it, and Mike Dora and his Santan crew built the Jeep from ground up, frame up. Fucking brakes work like a 2023 fucking Hellcat, bro. They work so good.
Really?
the thing shifts without grinding gears. The clutch is tight. It was like, I was like, holy shit, this Jeep is built fucking perfect, dude. It's like the guys at Santan, props off to Cole Alford, Mike Dora. Look those dudes up online. Willie's Works down there. If you guys want to have your Jeep built, these fucking guys know what they're doing. I have never drove a Jeep that has driven that good, that old. So
wow.
It's astonishing. So the entire time after that, I kept giving Clint shit about, hey, I had no brakes. I'm like, I had no idea these things could have brakes, dude. Like, this is the best shit ever, man. So
wait a minute.
Yeah.
So that Jeep doesn't sound like that Jeep was stock.
No, totally stock. He had 11-inch drum brakes, and they stop on a fucking dime.
Yeah.
So the key is 11-inch brakes.
Because I just remember earlier in the episode, you said the rules are that you need to be stock and blah, blah, blah. And
Chris, slow your roll, bro. We'll get to the drama.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll slow my roll.
There was some serious drama after this one, and it had to do with disc brakes, and it had to do with all that shit. So at any rate, we take off. We're on day 2 or something like this. I'm riding with Clint, who's super proud of his fucking overdrive, right? He got an overdrive in. And I don't know if you have ever done 55 miles an hour down the highway in a Willys that has 11 inches of travel before it tries to turn. You can turn the steering wheel 180 degrees before it even turns.
I got a YJ.
And by the way, he hasn't fixed the brakes yet. Right?
Shit.
So we're cutting up and down these mountain roads, hauling ass. The guy in front of us isn't going fast enough because Clint has an overdrive now. He goes around a turn. We're on a sweeping driver side turn, a sweeping to the right turn, wide open. And then he tells me, oh yeah, by the way, the throttle's been sticking, right? So we're wide open in this fucking turn. We into the other oncoming lane because we're about to smash this guy. I was all, clutch. He puts the clutch in. It rev limits this little poor fucking 134, 30 horsepower engine. It's all, wah! And we're fucking honking. He is smashing his foot on the throttle, trying to get it to stop. I get both feet out. I got both feet out, my hand on the dash and on the back of the seat, and I'm about to leap. I'm about to get the fuck out of this Jeep, bro.
I thought you were going to do a Fred Flintstone or something.
No, I am ready to leave. I was like, Mike is exiting the building, bro. Dude, so
Elvis has left the building.
Dude, yeah, exactly. So we fucking go like that, and he gets it to unstick, and we get up onto the flat and pull over, and I go, what the fuck, Clint? You know, like, what the fuck? We have to take this apart and fix this right now, man. I'm not riding that. He's like, I haven't been telling you, but this shit's been sticking all day, dude. And I was like, holy shit. You feel so vulnerable so fast when you got nothing to hang on to, no seatbelts, and you're setting as high as the top of the Jeep. Like,
oh shit.
It's so sketchy, dude. And we're hauling ass back, and there's these big, huge rolling hills. You can see for like a couple miles, right? Just straight ahead, big old rolling hills. Clint's got that fucking overdrive going. He's got the poor little Go Devils floored. I got my GPS on my phone, and we hit like 56 or 57, and I look at him, I go, calm down.
We're gonna fucking die.
I was like, dude, I know you're steering shit. I know you have no brakes, dude. One thing wrong and we're toast, bro. We're so toast.
It's like riding one of those parking lot amusement park rides, you know, those pop-up carnivals is what that is.
Yeah. You tighten all the bolts? Yeah, you tighten all the bolts? Like, not all of them.
Oh, shit.
So it gets so good. So like, so then I'm driving back. I'm in Skip's Jeep. I get back. We get that guy rolling. We're at the back of the pack now. We're trying to make sure everybody gets out. So that was like, that was my night with Skip. So
wow.
Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
It's one of those moments where you have to be there, and it's like, nut up or shut up. Just drive by the cop like you're not drunk.
So what about all the other people that were behind you?
They're still in jail.
We were last.
Oh, we were last.
So we were first in, and we were last out to make sure everybody led, because Skip took his job serious.
Oh, got it.
That's where you call on the radio and say, "Hey, thanks, assholes, for the heads up."
It's the Go Devil, bro. Smoke cigarettes.
There's no fucking radios. Yeah.
They had radios in World War II.
Yeah.
I mean, they were fucking huge, but they had radios.
Yeah, you're right. J-Pet has one on his Jeep. Him and Sam Fuller. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, goddamn it, we didn't. You know what I mean?
Well, we did.
So you know, last year when we went to Prescott, we're coming back. This is we did the whole Prescott parade tour through town at Whiskey Row. We're coming back, and it is Vern, myself, Trent, and oh my god, I can't believe I'm having it. It's right on my tongue. The guy from Florida, Robert. I can't think of his last name. Robert Keller is a old Ultra 4 guy.
Oh.
So we're all going, and Vern is pulled over. He's on this sunset lookout. The sun's going down. It's fucking beautiful. And we're talking Arizona scenery, the classic calendar bullshit.
Right.
And Vern vapor locked, and we pulled over with him. He's like, "I'm good, dude." We're like, "No, we're all good too." And the four of us or whoever was there had this like moment. You know what I mean? Like you don't get better in life than this. This is what living is about. Drinking a beer with your buddy, sitting on this fucking scenic overlook, and the sun going down. It was fucking perfect.
And that's it right there. I mean, that's kind of sums up, the probably what Ilian was thinking about when he created this run. He goes, let's get back to the basics and just the camaraderie, right? With your fellow four-wheelers that obviously are hardcore because they're Willys owners and drivers, and with no brakes, no care for life apparently. And I mean that's pretty freaking cool.
It's definitely a different mindset of people that will drive these old beater Jeeps.
These are the opposite of overlanders.
Yes. Yeah. It is you're taking a flat beating. You know what I mean? Like the whole time. And it's tiring and you're dirty and all that crap. And you're constantly working on them. And they could run totally fine and you shut them off and they don't run again.
Sure.
And it's like, it makes no fucking sense what they do. And then you can just wait it out and turn it on and might start again. Who knows?
Fine again.
So it's like, I'm dead. It's exactly like that. If one pulls over and you pull over with it, you're guaranteed to have a problem.
You might have a problem too. It's like COVID. It's just fucking, you get close to it, you're going to fucking get it.
Just
it's
piss on the radiator
super contagious.
Super contagious.
It is, dude.
Fuck.
So exactly. So like, you're doing all that crap. Yeah, whatever. And yeah, so we're on that side of the mountain. I lost my telephone in fucking Prescott. And so I have no phone. Everybody takes off and I end up losing my lights, right? I have no headlights. And then I realized I have no flashlight. I have no telephone. Nobody knows I'm back here. It's totally fucking blackout. Oh my God. So in the dark, there's only like 2 fuses on the damn thing. So I fill the fuse box, I pop a fuse out, and I move it to another section and the headlights come on.
Oh, perfect.
I was like, sweet, I'm out of here. Fucking take off. Like it's so chaotic and crazy like that, but fucking amazing time. So
sure.
Yeah. I mean, so it's 4 days of that. Yeah.
Great.
So I don't know if you remember, but you were supposed to have your own Jeep, and I was supposed to be your right seat this year.
Yes. Oh, was that you? Oh,
it was. It was supposed to be me.
So during the course of this winter, I did get an engine. I took the engine apart. My machinist died, so I kind of had that hang up.
Shit.
So he literally died.
Yeah, he literally had a heart attack in his shop.
That
so
sucks.
That's not good.
So he died. So now I don't have this. I don't have a machine where I could have done it with Joe, like really cheap, and it take forever. But now I got to take it to a guy, and these fucking engines are like $3,000 or $2,000 to rebuild. So that hung me up. And I thought I was gonna have Drew's Jeep again, the loaner Jeep, because I've been kind of laxed about it. And again, I've just been nose deep in work. So I'm looking at right now. I'm staring at my frame. I have it pulled out. I have all the pieces, dude. I did open my transfer case and my transmission like 4 days before the GVR, and it was filled with water.
Oh shit.
And I did think about pulling. I was like, I'm going on this fucking run no matter what.
Right.
And I don't care if I get, and I popped it open thinking I could literally slap this thing together with no lights or barely any electric in 4 days, and the untested and take it. And that thing was all full of water. So then I thought, I'll try to find one, buy one, no matter what the cost is. I'll just sell some bitch right after I'm done, and then build this one. Anyway, long story short, at the very last minute, I put up on Facebook, I need a ride bad. There's a lot of people that fly in and just ride passengers.
Sure.
I thought I'll be one of those guys this year. So Clint popped up. He's like, bro, you can totally ride with me. You're
nice.
Fine. So I did get a go. Vern, right after him, also offered up a seat.
Nice.
And I was like, I'm riding with Clint. So it's like, it's a damn good time. So, and I'm thankful I got to go because I'm an OG, bro. I've been to all 4.
Yeah, no shit.
You know what I mean? I have no intentions of missing any of them ever. So like,
right on.
It's all done. Everything was good. We all thought it was a success. We'll get to the drama because I know this is going long, right? So everybody gets back, posts up their pictures, turns them to black and white, blah blah blah, shoves them on Facebook. There's a whole group called the Go Devil Room or whatever the hell it's called, and Go Devil Run, I think, is what the group is called, and everybody starts posting pictures. Oh, I had a great time. Thanks for going. Blah blah blah. All the thinking. Blah 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 blah. Ian, who is no stranger to controversy, if you've ever been on Facebook with Ian,
Right.
you know, like he's a Burning Man guy.
Yep.
I wouldn't say he's liberal. I wouldn't say he's a Republican. But he's been in politics, you know, and he's said some controversial shit. And a lot of times, like, he's the guy that'll be out there and be like, you know, you're not a real Jeeper if you're out 40s. Or he'll do something to stir the pot, just to stir some shit. So during the run, a couple times at the bar, I looked at him, and the mood was just different. The whole mood this year was a little bit different. It was just off. It was off because the camps were split, so the camp wasn't as big and as loud as it normally is. Ian, the creator of it, is staying in a fucking Class A motorhome.
Taj Mahal, yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, we're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, everybody's kind of, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This was the first year where I actually took the dress code. I always take the dress code serious on day one, and then after that, I kind of throw it out the window. And, but I bought like a cowboy hat. I bought the shirts. I wore boots. You know, I had all this crap. But I knew we were going to hike to this waterfall. I thought second day, so I wore like normal clothes on that day. But anyway, long story short, Ian, everybody's like thankful, blah blah blah, thanks, all this crap. Ian posts up, he goes, now that we're all done kissing each other's ass, can we talk about the shit that didn't happen?
Oh
and,
boy,
dude. And it was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, he's like, we had 3 V6s on there, fucking a diesel engine, you know what I mean? Like, and he's like, and you know, I leave my Jeep at home. I left my Jeep at home every time.
Sure.
Except for, so last year I attempted to make the run in
Right.
1951. It didn't work, and I came back home, and I was sitting home going, fuck this, I'm going back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I
you
took
brought
my,
your
I hauled my ass
modified
Jeep back up
wheelies,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even a Jeep, it's a fucking Chevy. You know what I mean? It's like an 80 Chevy. So so I hauled ass up. I shouldn't have said that. Bleep that R word, bro.
Here,
okay,
we'll put that out.
so make a note, Chris, on your little pad.
There you
So
go.
Not gonna happen.
bleep Mike's R word. All right. So anyways, so at any rate, yeah, I took it up there and I made sure it wasn't in any pictures. I kept it aside. However, Vern snuck it in a picture, and in between the trees, you can see it in the back. And the anyway, so this year I wasn't going to do it. I'm like, I'll leave it at home, blah blah blah, everything's good. So we get up there. So that started up with like, what is this run about? We're here for like, we love the people, because I've never seen where you can put 60 people together and not argue.
Right.
Not argue, not fight. There's no ego. Everybody gets trashed. Everybody loves each other. Everybody has their own. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen, dude. Like, and it's all because we're all of the same mentality who'll put yourself through that kind of torture in this fucking old beater piece of shit that barely runs, and take it through these little hills that are nothing for anything else. You know what I mean? Like a regular car could drive through most of the shit. And but somehow we all get along, and it's fantastic. And it is my most favorite part. I've been on a lot of runs with regular people, trail here, and none of them are like this. There's nothing that even comes close to the way this thing goes. So like it's fucking people you never met in your entire life, and it's like you guys are fucking the same brothers from the same parents. You know what I mean? It's unreal.
But that's the off-road community, right? And then you guys with the, you know, this Go Devil run in particular, with like some super crazy hardcore, you know, stock Willys Jeeps, that takes it to a whole nother level. So like I say, you are extreme opposite of like the overlanders of today.
Yes, everything about this, like the guy I wrote,
minus the fireball you're drinking around the campfire.
Hey, wait a minute, wait, no.
Or Bud
no
Light.
Fire, no Bud Light. It was Coors Heavy.
Okay.
Right.
Banquet
beer. That
beer.
was back then.
Banquet beer.
Yeah. Coors Heavy. Clint literally had a legitimate fucking World War II tent. A-frame tent with wooden stakes, USA, no floor on it.
Oh, shit.
He's there, and he is sleeping in that with a freaking everything from World War, his cooler, everything, all the way down to every piece he had. World War II, dude.
That's
100%.
Cool. That's cool.
Yes. And he froze his balls off. And it was but you got to put up with that shit, dude.
Right.
That's the part of it. Take it or leave it.
Right.
So we're doing all this stuff. And here's the guy. So this guy, the hell's his name? Kevin or Keith? It's Keith or Kevin. I don't remember. The guy that races the GTs, right?
Okay.
So tell me you're rich without telling me you're rich.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got some money.
He's got 2 GTs. He's got a couple
Chris
Lamborghinis,
money. Yeah.
a Ferrari, some other things, right?
An air fryer. Yeah.
He had air fryer. He travels the world doing these kind of events. He likes the Ford GT because it's a mechanic's car.
Right.
It's a blue collar car, right? He got rid of the Ferrari because there's a bunch of whiny douchebags.
Oh, yeah.
He got rid of the Lamborghini because there's a bunch of young fucking TikTok kids.
Yeah.
Right. So he said, I come to this because of what it is. It's a fucking 30-inch tire. It's a flat fender thing. It's not easy. It's drinking. It's old timey. And he said, if you lose that, you lose all of it.
Right.
You lose the entire thing.
Right.
And I'm sitting at the bar at Antlers and I'm talking with Ian and I'm like, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like I could tell he was off. You could tell he was fucking mad. And he's like, I'm fucking mad. It's fucking hot in this bar. Right. And it just wasn't the same Ian. You know what I mean? So I still haven't put everything together because I'm having a fucking blast. Right. Everybody, you could be separated and have a blast. Everything is a blast. People are like, there's so many different aspects of this thing. Like, I'm sure you could talk to 10 people that were there and they have 100% different stories and they also had a blast. So like, so on Facebook, they post up there, Ian posts, now that we're all done kissing each other's ass, we talk about the shit that didn't happen, right? So that blows up into like 400 comments or whatever of like, we're here for this, we're here for that. What are the rules? Blah, blah, blah. And he said, like every picture has a fucking cell phone in it or somebody's stainless steel coffee mug or somebody's fucking modern baseball hat or modern sunglasses. Okay. He's like, that is not what I made this fucking run for. There's a million of those photos. And he said, and then one guy was from California. He had a V6, right? To the Buick V6. And he said, you know, he's like, you can't tell that my Jeep isn't stock from the outside. It looks 1940s in the pictures. He's like, yeah, but I use audio on a video. When you drive by with your fucking V6 sound, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, all right. So then this whole thing blew up into, it kind of got not ugly for a minute, but it definitely got uncomfortable where people were like, dude, it's such a good run. Why would you fucking taint it with all this negativity at the end? And he's like, because for fuck's sake, I wanted it this way. This is designed to be like this. And if we lose this, we lose the whole run. It will become a bunch of fucking douchebags. You can't just buy a Jeep. And I said it in like the first or second year. Yeah. You can't just buy a Jeep and think you're going to do this run because you have to know how to mechanic. Bro.
Right. You got to work on this shit.
Yeah. And it's like, and it's true. It's 100% true. Like you think about it. And I was the guy where like, hey, I don't have a problem with fucking wheel spacers or disc brakes. It helps. You know what I mean? Like there's got to be a give and take here.
Right.
What the hell is that?
The more you know.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah. Anyways,
I thought I had to add a quarter to the.
No, that was Chris. Yeah, you need to add another quarter. You've exceeded your 25 cents already.
All right, hey Chris, I know you guys better start drinking. So
we have been drinking.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Started. Don't fall asleep. Don't get all fucking Meadow Lake on me, bro.
All Meadow Lake on me.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen you at Meadow Lake.
Yeah, you need.
No, because you guys are drinking wine and gay stuff.
Wine and gay stuff, and this is coming from the guy drinking Fireball. Really? Really?
Go back to your podcast from Meadow Lake, and you're like, the sunset is so beautiful. Yeah. Max and I goofed on you guys for an entire episode.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Oh, don't get offended. Right. Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, no, we're not offended.
I'm Michael Jordan.
We don't need no stinking podcast.
All right. Hey, that's how everybody felt at the end of this fucker when they're all covered in dirt, just like that guy, bro. And it's funny because if you were gonna make me go on video on this podcast, I bought this monster like 60-gallon cowboy hat, you know, like that the landscapers wear.
Yeah.
And then I had dark glasses, and I was gonna be like, I was gonna go full straight character out of the 50s and be like, have a cigar, you know, and be like, I don't know what this bullshit is, or this audio shit. And I was not gonna break character at all, bro.
Ruben, Mike, so I agree with you 100%. I mean, and what
we
Ian
agree
was
with
saying.
Ian.
I mean, Ian. I mean, you
same as Ian Johnson,
the rules,
bro.
You set the premises. And you set the premise of the run and you stick to it because that's the roots of it, right?
Yes.
I mean, we hear the same thing about, King of the Hammers. I mean, the roots of King of the Hammers, and obviously that's evolving and it has to evolve. but something as simple and as fun as a guys, I can't say that, a group get together that happens annually that's still grassroots, for you guys to get together, set the rules and set the parameters and follow them. I mean, but but to some degree, I mean, not everybody has a flat fender that's original, period original. I don't know if how you stretch the rules on mechanicals, but I mean, I think the premise is super cool, and sticking to the rules and being honest about that is cool.
Right.
I agree. I'm 100% in agreement with you. And I talked with that guy, Kevin or whatever, for a long time about it when he gave me a ride back to my truck in his Mercedes Benz. So, I know that was also at camp. So it was like, you got a Mercedes Benz here, dog. But he was hell bent. He's like, well, yeah, once the rules are thrown out, the rules are thrown out.
Yeah.
It's the same reason I went to a baseball cap on the second day. You know what I mean? It was like, I did keep the shirts the entire time, you know what I mean? But I changed my shoes and the baseball cap and my modern glasses. But I was hell bent to go full on, right? So I get 100% with that. And like what you were just saying, not everybody has that type of Jeep. Well, this run ain't for you. You know what I mean? Like if you want to be on this run, you got to fit the rules.
Sure.
So, but what's crazy about it is you have things like you have these weird things about people. Like I have always been a t-shirt short guy. I've worn that shit for 23 years.
You live in Arizona.
Same right? Exact shit. I would wear a uniform every single day if I could. I used to buy 12 black shirts, 12 white shirts, and my same exact. If I found a pair of jeans or shorts I liked, I bought all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that, right? So, but on that, I feel stupid as fuck in a cowboy hat, right? So like,
you probably look stupid as fuck in a cowboy hat too.
I do. That's why I bought the most ridiculous cowboy hat I could find to sort of mock it a little.
Big foam hat at a baseball stadium.
Hey, it's like that, but it's a straw one, bro. I'll send you a picture of how I was supposed to be on this podcast if you were going to force me to do video.
All right, perfect.
All right. So at any rate, so we're talking about all this and talking about the back and forth. But after watching that guy almost roll, those California guys almost roll, I'm okay with disc brakes. You can't see disc brakes in a picture.
Yeah.
You can't see them if the picture, you know what I mean?
Right.
So they were going to get a couple of the OGs together and they're going to come up with a committee and they're going to set the rules. And this next year, I think the rules are going to be the rules. And if you show up without a fucking Go Devil on that day, don't matter where you're from, you're getting turned away.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like
or who you are or what magazine you write for or anything.
Doesn't matter. These guys don't give a
no
fuck
flying
about the
fucks
magazine.
given here. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But the problem with that is it's still a free country. You can still, like I always would show up on these trail runs if I didn't know the people.
Sure.
And I'd be like, I'm just happen to be going the same place you guys are going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
public trail. Yeah.
I've thought about that too, but that's a dick move. That's not what you're supposed to do.
Kind of a dick move. Yeah.
Right. The goal of this entire thing is, so I have my own opinion. I haven't been asked it yet, so I'm just going to give it. So, yeah.
Perfect.
Hey, Mike, what's your opinion?
Yeah, right. So I think that what might solve the problem on a lot of these things. I know that wheel spacers, I think, are out no matter what next year, and it sucks because like Brian Campbell, he posted up in there and he said, "Look, I'm a fucking flat bill hat, black t-shirt wearing guy. That's who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
And if you don't like that, then I'm not for this ride." Right. And they're great. I love having those guys there. You know what I mean? Like Brian's fucking great. He's got an awesome ass rig. And it's like, he's super handy to have around when the shit hits the fan. You know what I mean? Like if something breaks, he's great to have around. His shit always runs good. So you can always count on him to pull stuff.
He's an asset.
His dad is super cool. And I like those. I love seeing those guys. They got really cool wheelies. Bailey's cool to have around. She doesn't make all of them, but she's around. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's just fun. Like all those people are cool. And Brian was flat out like, "Look, dude, if that's the rules, I'm not coming next year." You know what I mean? And it's like, you're going, and Ian is like, "That's fine. You're not, this isn't a run for you."
Yeah.
And that part sucks because I know a lot of the people that I really enjoy are not going to be there. And it's like Ryan Miller is literally, he's got to be top 3 of the best guys I like there, right? Out of everybody. and he's got wheel spacers, disc brakes, he's got fucking Bilstein shocks, aluminum tie rod. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
and he's not going to change all that shit to make this run.
No.
You know what I mean? So if he goes away, I'll be super bummed. And it's like, so you're in this weird ass catch-22,
yeah,
right? But I did go through all the pictures this year, and I looked at them. The first year was different, but this year I went through all the pictures, and I don't know if it's because Nadine Barker wasn't there and she takes amazing pictures anyway, but every fucking picture had a cell phone in it or had you could there. I only found 2. I kid you not. I only found 2 that you couldn't tell was
Really?
1950 or not.
Really?
And the first one there was a shitload, but yeah. And if you look hard enough, you'll see like glasses or a wrong cup. You know what I mean? There'll be something in it. So I'm thinking, and I want to propose this. I'll tell these Ian on the side one day that what if you did like Saturday is the day there'll be no cell phones. There'll be, but then you're not going to get pictures. So you would have to have a separate crew that stays outside of everything.
Yeah, nobody has cameras anymore.
Just take pictures, right? So like, what if you actually had a separate person that just took pictures on a Saturday? Okay. No one else could have, and there was nothing modern on Saturday.
Sure.
We're talking cups. Every fucking fridge has to be hidden.
Dress day, yeah.
Saturday's the day. It is 100%, and that's where the pictures are coming from. Okay. And it will be taken by an outside party with a long lens that's off in the distance that doesn't act, that everything is organic. There's no staged anything. Yes. Then you could have Friday as a regular day. You could have Sunday as a regular day. You could have Wednesday as a regular day. Normal stuff. Do what you want. You know, Wednesday and Sundays are kind of like packed up in travel days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the main days. So you could totally make it like Saturday is the day where there's no modern shit, period.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And that'll be the one day. But I do know like Ian is willing to accept some of the rules for safety. Like he's okay to leave the disc brakes because you really can't see that.
Sure.
But he said wheel spacers, if you have wheel spacers on, that means your tires are too big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, so he's hell bent, no wheel spacers. And they're 100% the Go Devil engine, period, because that's the namesake of the entire thing.
Sure.
Oh, sure.
So there was a little bit of back and forth controversy, and it kind of tainted it a little bit on Facebook, where you hate to ruin a good time because it was such a good time. But that other guy, Kevin, is totally right. If you don't grab a hold of this now, you're going to lose it.
No, you're right.
Yeah. And me being a guy of uniform, or whoever, like, I'm willing to fucking LARP the entire time. I think next year I'm going, if I get my Jeep done, and because I didn't have one this year, which was actually a blessing, it's kind of motivated me to knock this out. Ian is building a shop in Santan. I talked with all the guys at Santan. They want me to take all this crap down to their building, and we want to do like one video a month of me building this from scratch, and the culmination is running the Go Devil run in it next year, right? So it'd be 12 videos of building it one a month, and that's it, and bam. But I bought this piece of shit truck to rebuild and swap or flip or whatever. And fucking I bought this truck that was wrecked. I bought it to flip it to get the money to build this flat fender, and the fucking truck has 100,000 miles more than I was told it did. So anyway, long story short, now I lost like all the money that truck was worth. So who knows if that's gonna. Yeah. So I'm in this weird ass boat as I'm staring at this hunk of shit right now.
Yeah.
So it's a fucking 2002 Chevy extended cab. Shit. But yeah, frame was bent. I was okay with the frame being bent, all this other bullshit going on, and I throw a battery in it, and it was supposed to have 160,000 miles, has 258,000 on it.
Oh my
so
God.
I was like,
holy
yeah,
shit!
Fucking talk about it. But what's crazy? It starts fucking good, runs strong as hell, is fucking crazy nice inside. You'd never guess it has that many miles on it. And I was like, this has to be a fucking mistake. And I texted the dude, I'm like, yo, this fucking thing has 256,000 miles. He's like, is that bad?
Is that bad?
Yeah, it's fucking bad.
Yeah, that's a lot of miles.
You just took a $8,000 to $10,000 truck and knocked it down to $3,000, dude. Now it's not worth fixing. So.
How'd you figure that out?
Once I got it all put back together where I could put a battery in it, and I turned it on, and then it showed it on the dash.
Oh shit! So
yeah,
wow. So,
yeah.
So what year are we talking with these Go Devil Jeeps? The authentic?
I think it's I think it's from the originals. 45, maybe 44 to 40, 44 or 45. Actually, I don't know. This is one of the things Ian wants you to do.
Yeah.
He wants you to look it up and fucking learn about the history of this Jeep.
Yeah.
So World War II stuff. I think it's 44 to 51 or 52. I know that Jeep that my loaner Jeep is a 51 and it fits the bill. So
got it.
But it was a farm Jeep. But it doesn't matter if it's a farm Jeep or not. I do know that Travis Bunch, like I said, is a really good friend, and he had a 3B, which is that high hood.
Oh yeah.
And you know, nobody likes that. But
nobody likes that. It does look a little funky.
But nobody's keeping Travis out. That dude gets a pass. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an OG.
Right.
So when they had registration, I think this year's registration filled up literally within minutes. Like fucking minutes. Dude.
Yeah.
To where I didn't even get a shirt, but I did see a letter that said I had to go buy my own shirt because I fucking did it. I didn't have a ride, so I was like, I didn't know about the registration.
Right.
And I haven't been on Facebook. So I even had the dates wrong, everything. But luckily I made it all work where I could go. And Ian said once everybody that had pre-registered has gotten their shirts, if there's any left, he'll send me one. But I did buy a sweatshirt just in case.
Oh,
anyway,
there you go.
Because it was dope, dude. The design this year was dope.
Was it?
It looked like it looked like Coors Heavy, but it was said to go to run.
That's cool.
Whoever I don't know if Ian did it or that Josh guy did it, but
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, paintings by Josh.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
you know, it's a cool deal, and it's an aspect of, you know, I get it. I get trying to keep the traditions alive.
Yes.
But people like their creature comforts a little bit. But, man, that is hardcore. That freaking, like you say, and watching some of these IG videos and stuff with a 4-cylinder Jeep, with very little suspension travel,
Right.
and apparently very little to no brakes
Or steering.
Yeah, or steering, or you got to anticipate your turn 3 seconds before you want to turn.
3 minutes.
Yeah,
apparently
or 3 minutes.
That just happens to be the rides I was in, because Skip's Jeep was like a race car.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yes, you're right. You're 100% right.
So it's the old school, which I love, even though you were flirting with death a few times out there, but
hey,
yes,
made a good story.
Exactly.
Made a good story.
Science, you know, good story started with salads. So let's,
yeah, right.
Yeah,
I was having a cocktail, and
it
it was iced tea.
Yeah,
right.
A fireball.
Yeah.
I was sitting around the campfire drinking fireball.
You're not gonna believe it. The cook put the wrong cheese on, so I said add the other cheese, and I mixed pepper jack with American. Holy shit.
Oh,
living wild.
At least in our camp, Rod and Hammer's rye whiskey died tonight.
Hey,
I did.
I want to ask that.
Go ahead.
So what's up? So I know that's Ultra Fours guy. So is that where you got on there? You get it from him? And then you started. What happened to Old Elk?
We got Old Elk too. We got our hands in a few things. We're not like fully sponsored by anybody, but we've gotten a few bottles here and there.
We like to mention stuff we like.
Yeah, we talk about what we like. We're not sellouts, you know. We're like, hey, we got.
Remember when Max and I turned down Mickey Thompson?
Right, right.
We're not sellouts either.
No,
we still laugh about that stupid ass shit. So yeah, half our group ended up on Mickey Thompson's and we didn't know it.
You had the light whips too.
Yeah, that guy's cool. Hard whips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's still around. He's cool as fuck. But
yeah,
I think I still owe that guy a video.
Probably.
I don't know. It was on that last episode where we're like, "Sorry, bro, it's over. It's over."
And by the way, this is our last podcast. Thanks for playing.
Yeah. Adios. No joke. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good time. So here, listen.
Okay.
Here's my thing. I'm going to build my Jeep 100% specific to this run because this is the only run that I give a flying fuck about. And honestly, when I get it built and I'm going full blown character the entire time and I am not breaking character at all. Who's that guy that is the method character that was in like Sherlock Holmes or whatever, the boxing one? What's that guy's name?
Oh shit, I don't know.
I think Jim Carrey's the same way. Either way, it doesn't matter.
No.
I'm going to be a method actor, bro. And I'm going to live action role play, or LARP, as us nerds like to say it.
You're talking about
you're
talking about Robert Downey Jr.?
No, way harder than that guy. No, it was the Sherlock. Yeah, he was in Sherlock Holmes. No, it was in the other one, Streets of Brooklyn or something. He's a fighter. The fuck is that guy's name?
I don't know. I know a lot of movies, but you're digging deep.
Yeah. some guy's going to be yelling at the mic.
Oh, they are right now.
So-
They're yelling at their car stereo.
Yeah. Yes,
fuck,
you're
you
right.
guys?
That's the right guy. Whoever
That's
you
the guy.
are
That's
yelling
the
in
guy.
traffic.
So, listeners, if you know who it is,
Yeah.
call Jason at 800
Jimmy.
408-800-5169.
And that's it. That's it.
Or text Mike and Max Offroad Podcast info at.
Is it still
email.
alive?
And they'll never
Yeah,
answer.
all that crap is still
Is
on.
it really?
We made the email so long nobody would ever type it in. So.
At Mike and Max's Off-Road Podcast, Mike drives a Willys and
I think it's
and Max drives a Liberty.
.com.
I think it is. I think it's like that, bro.
.com.
At info, don't give us no
At
bullshit.
it-
Only tell the real story.
Fuck your
.com.
opinion.
Yeah.
Fuck your kid's opinion.com.
We're never gonna answer this.
Yeah.
.com. Yeah, like, dude, it's funny because you know how you can double tap Instagram
Yeah.
on the icon and it will go to like I have Arizona Mike's Willys
Uh-huh.
and I also have Keep It Simple Off Road, which is my main page, and then we have Keep It Simple Off Road or the Max and Mike Off Road Podcast.
Yeah.
Somehow I'll double tap that shit. It'll go to the Mike and Max Off Road Podcast, and it'll have like 50 alerts and 10 messages, and I just immediately double tap and get back off.
Nice. You're like, bye-bye.
It's like I don't want to deal with that shit right
Oh my God.
now. It sounds horrible, but I actually it's like an ex-girlfriend that you weren't ready.
I was
to
gonna
break up
say, yeah, it definitely is like that.
It's like PTSD
or
or something.
with. I don't want to go back there because I might go back to it. You know
You're
what I
right.
mean? Like,
You're right.
yeah, because
It was-
you know that
It was
that whole
pretty
thing
good.
went down all weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It finished weird, but it was good while it was there.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what
it
it was
is.
it was good while I was there. I agree with that, and it was like it was a bunch of nonsense though, which was kind of fun about it. But I honestly I had to sober up, dude. I was just getting drunk. Every
Oh
time.
yeah.
But I
I
haven't
did
talked to my
that.
dad but once. We used to talk every week because of the podcast, you know.
Oh
And
shit.
he would call and he would bitch about Max talking shit to me,
Uh-huh.
and he'd be like, "Why are you not standing up for yourself?" I'm like, "Well, one, like it's all
it's
play."
a show, yeah.
Yeah, and if he was serious, he knows I beat him to a fucking pulp.
Yeah.
So it was like,
I mean, didn't we see
No.
that video of Max falling unconscious or something in the house one time?
oh, when he fucking pulp,
Oh, he
passes
was-
out on
yeah,
the live
he
feed.
was- yeah.
Yeah, he just turned
Chill.
and fell right in, and then puked all between the couch. They
Oh,
threw that couch
God.
out,
Oh
and to
God.
this day he's not allowed back in the house to
Oh, he
sleep. He's got to
can't
sleep
go
in the
in
garage. Bro.
He's got to sleep in the garage.
How
He's
to
not
win for-
housebroken.
How to win friends
Yeah.
and influence
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Mike,
But,
It's good stuff, man. Good stories.
super awesome
Uh-oh.
reconnecting with you, man. That's been awesome.
Oh, Chris is giving the wrap up.
yeah.
If you
I'm
haven't
getting
noticed,
the wrap up. Yeah,
he's-
where's the music,
shutting
dude?
it
and the
down.
hook?
Love
He's-
to hear
he's
the whole
shutting
story
it
about the Go
down.
Devil run, man. That's super cool stuff.
Oh
All right.
gosh.
So what are the rules? You got to dress in 1940s or 50s.
Right.
It's the best run you'll ever go on, so don't fuck around. Build a flat fender Go Devil engine, period. Period correct. No tires bigger than 35
Right.
inches, 30 inches tall.
30.
They got to be skint. 30.5 is the height
The
that max.
highest. Yep.
It's got to be tiny. No fucking disc brakes. Get 11-inch brakes if you want them to work. It has to be 100% period correct. Dress that way. Google 1940 fucking people, the way they dressed. Do that. Do not fuck with the rules. Next year's rules are going
It's
to be
legit.
100% legit. You don't do it right, you will get the fucking boot. And everybody that is there that is going to be serious is going to, like, it has to at least 1 year be 100% perfect.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if it ends after that, I would hate, because if it doesn't, this fucker's done. It'll be
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
You gotta be
I don't
legit.
think Ian will walk away from it next year. I bet. He's never mentioned it, but I would 100% bet
Yeah.
he will walk away from it if it's not perfect next year. And
Well,
it's like, and he's bending the rules. He's going to allow disc brakes because it's safety. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like he's okay with roll bars because that's fucking safety.
Yeah.
But it has to be like a period sort of correct roll bar. It can't be a full fucking cage. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you want to go with a headache bar, go with a headache bar. That's fine. No fucking engines coming through the hood,
No.
which is dumb. I'm sure we modified shit back then, but it's like I'm so torn.
Of course
but
they
at
did.
least show up with the right engine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's the
That's
Go
it.
Devil run
So it
for
can be a
after
Go
all.
Devil with compound
really-
turbos on it or what?
Yeah. Fucking Sean Smith and his diesel Roxer. Even though the thing's a beast and we needed it, like I always think my Willys is at least the Willys, and it could be a good fucking travel follow up cleanup
Yeah.
vehicle. But No. That's not the way it works.
No.
Sean, who owns a Go Devil, fucking bring it, leave the rock shirt home. But there was a group of guys that came from like Country Thunder directly to it, and they never went home. And he had that with him, and it's a super reliable truck or Jeep. So anyway,
no, that's good. Well, you need to get your Go Devil Willies together.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want to be your right seat, man. I want to go experience this. It sounds really freaking cool. It's like stepping back into history. I'd love it.
Jason, if you fucking did this, you'd sell the hot rod. Maybe not, but you would definitely have a Go Devil afterwards.
Yeah, I do have a secret obsession with those.
Time out. Hold on. Wait. We can't. There's an elephant in the room here. I don't know if there's an elephant.
Oh, elephant. Uh-oh.
My King of the Hammers roommate, CJ, got all fucked up apparently. And have you guys heard anything about that guy? Rusty lit off road.
He's doing great.
He died. I'm sorry to say.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's he's gone.
Listen.
No.
How is
CJ, I'm happy to say that he is doing well, recovering. He's not 100%, but he's doing extremely well. He just got married.
Oh shit, nice.
Dude, the guy in the last few months has lived like 5 lifetimes. It's been good, and he's just a really good guy. So
he really is.
Yeah, he just got a Rivian SUV. He was on order for that, and it came in early, and married, and new puppy. I mean, just living the American dream. White picket fences and the whole thing.
But he's walking again. I saw
he
him
is walking. Oh, yeah. Yes, I was hanging out with him last week. We've been on the phone prepping for our safety clinic, and he is doing very well. And I'm happy to report there. His Jeep has been put on a little bit of a back burner with everything else that's been going on in his life, but he'll be back on it. He's been doing a ton of homework. The only, one benefit when he had all that downtime is he got to do a shit ton of research and phone calls to learn battery, motors, everything EV to make that Jeep a solid rig. And he's got a really good game plan, and he's acquired some key parts now. So yeah, it's happening.
Is he going with Rivian motors, or what motor?
Or does
he know?
I don't know yet. I don't think he's acquired the motor yet, but he has talked about different options. But yeah, I don't know.
My buddy Dave Radmigo is a Rivian technician.
Yeah, I met him. Yeah.
He's a specialist with Rivian.
Okay.
So anyway,
I got
if you need anything, reach out, bro.
Well, there you go. That's a good pro tip there.
Yeah. I'm pretty connected.
Yeah, I got to drive the Rivian SUV, and it's freaking impressive, man. It's a nice ride for a 100% all electric car. And I've driven Teslas and stuff before, but this was pretty cool. And then I got to drive the Test 10, which is the S10 that Evolve Racing put together for Ultra 4 this past, earlier this year, I should say.
I did see that. So those guys are going to have a competition, right? This will be actually competition.
Yeah. So it's a Tesla S motor and modified battery pack in this S10 pickup that was his rock crawler. And it's badass, man. We were playing with it at a Prairie City a few weeks ago, and that it's just cool, the technology. I mean, I still like firing up a V8, and nothing like hearing a V8 coming up the trail, but it's cool technology. So we as we like to say here on the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey podcast, we like to stay abreast of the situation at hand here. And
you said breast.
I said abreast. Abreast.
Here, listen. Did you hear that?
Is that your other Bud Light you're opening up there? Truly?
You fucking clowns think this is over. It ain't over yet.
It ain't over till the family sings. It ain't over.
All right.
Woo! What a roller coaster ride that was. Welcome back, Mike. That was welcome back, Carter. Holy smokes.
Welcome back.
You remember that?
That was a good show.
Damn. Well, it's good to catch up with him, and
Heck
he
yeah.
is a great storyteller.
Heck yeah,
And
absolutely.
I love his passion and enthusiasm.
He has way too much energy.
And it sounds like it's called ADD.
Fireball.
There's some and Fireball. What the fuck? But man, it sounds like that's a hell of a run. Would love to check that
Shit,
out.
yeah.
And yeah,
It's like going back to basics, right?
right,
I mean,
right.
to think about, I mean, what's the limit? 31s? You can't go, or 30s? I mean, we're all sitting around 35, 37s, 40s, 43s, you know, and they're doing this shit on 30 and a halves or 31s or whatever. And I mean, I mean, I remember my first days wheeling in when I started building my Jeep, I was on 30s
Yeah.
and open. And, you know, I was like, shit, you know, doing slick rock. I couldn't imagine doing slick rock today on 30s open.
No.
I mean, I did slick rock late last year on 35s locked front and rear.
But even your Jeep had more suspension travel than a stock flat fender.
True.
You know, so it's true. So I mean, it's just an insane, you know, just a great hardcore getting back to the roots of four-wheeling and off-roading, and like I say, it's just you know, opposite of overlanding now with all the creature comforts and everything. You know,
and rooftop tents.
can't even wear a gosh darn hat while you're out there four-wheeling. So.
So they didn't have sunglasses back in World War II?
Apparently not. So you gotta look back into the 40s there and see. But
they just had those you can't even have those thermos coffee cups anymore.
Well, no, we didn't have thermos cups back then. No Yetis.
No Yetis. No,
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, very cool. I can appreciate, you know, the historical aspect of that and trying to get back to that. And that's what that run, the impetus of that run is. And
Heck yeah.
So great to hear the stories again. I know we had a few listeners out there that requested this. So, you know, we give till it hurts here on Wheeling Wine and Whiskey.
We try.
Here we are. So, yeah, good stuff. What do you think, Chris?
I think we covered a shit ton of information.
Yeah, we did.
And great stories. And let's put a bow on this.
Yeah.
I mean, it ran long. And, you know,
Love you a long time.
Let's close this up with, you know, if you want to get a hold of Jason or Chris, you can email us at Jason or Chris at wheelingwineandwhiskey.com. You can also catch us on the IG, Instagram, which is at Wheeling Wine Whiskey. Don't forget about our phone number where you can leave a voice message. And if you do leave a voice message, it'll most likely get played on the air. And that number is 408-800-5169. What's that number, Jason?
That's right, 408-800-5169. And don't forget about the Element Fire Extinguisher.
Heck yeah.
We have those
In stock.
online. Also, the roll bar mounts and the tactical mounts, which is
Super
a
cool.
soft Velcro mount that I like a lot for our rock buggy four-wheeling rigs that have roll cages and stuff. It's real easy to attach, and you can put it within arm's reach of the driver, and that's what you want. So, anyways, yeah, we got our merch up there. I know Johnny's been sending out some shirts and sweatshirts and koozies. So all that's online. If you want to support the podcast and represent us, we love it. Those of you that have done it in the past, thank you very much. It is always fun seeing pictures from around the world of people wearing the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey logo
people at
and stuff.
events.
Yeah, and it's great. So appreciate the support. I don't have anything else, Chris. I think with that,
We're out.